We are going live. We are the live.
Alright, should be good. Alright, cool.
Who's ready for an overly convoluted story starring everyone's favorite old man? No one? Too bad, Moriarty.
Hey, Vitamin!
Hi, Vitamin.
Oh, hello.
How you doing? Oh, don't worry about it, Vitamin. I understand that you were busy. I'm assuming you were as busy as Rena with like midterms and what have you.
Yeah. It's all good.
Hey, Cloud Frog.
Cloud Frog!
We've only got like one class together, but just
You know what? That's fair.
Other comments we can address.
I have another midterm tomorrow.
Oh dear. Well,
At least this one has a textbook.
fair. You know what? Okay, take the little victories. All right.
Textbook instead of individual articles and extra podcasts.
Now on that note, let's get this show on the road.
It was 31 pages. Why are they talking so much? They only asked like 2 questions on it.
I want the boomer. I would not mind Moriarty, honestly, but
Oh, hey, we got a ticket. You know what we should do, White?
what?
Throw one ticket to see if we get him.
I mean, I was gonna save him for whenever Waiver showed up, but that works too.
No, I'm gonna roll on Waiver. It's mine. I don't want anyone to jinx.
It's mine.
Why can't we both have Waiver?
True.
Why can't we both go for Waiver? Oh, it's Gillies.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Penth, no! Penth, no!
I heard somebody.
Sure, why not?
Oh god, no!
Achilles!
Sure, why the heck not?
You have her on your account.
Yeah, we do.
You want to die.
Oh no, it's just a bygone dream.
It's fine. We're okay. As long as we, besides, as long as we have Pent around, he's not gonna show up.
True!
I mean, technically on his side, he may want to show up. It's that. Well, also, I mean, she would want him to show
Well,
up.
I was just throwing, I just wanted to throw a random, like, ticket, because why not? But,
No, I was joking, Rice. I was joking. I don't want to invade everyone's home just because I want to get the good boy.
alright. For real this time, let's go ahead and get this show on the road. Section 1, A Little City's Tiny War.
Moriarty commits tax fraud.
I love this image. It's so good. Oh, hey, look at that. We have someone with the costume already.
NNP too. Jeez.
Jeez.
Sure, why not?
I would say because the support is also him, so
I mean, we might as well take him along with us.
at least this one has a CE.
And this one is a bit higher leveled and has skills that are leveled.
Yeah. We just want to bring him along. Here you go, Bill. You can come along too.
All is good, all is well.
Oh, we don't even have an event bonus with us. Where is... There you are. Okay, cool. Let's go.
Interesting team.
Old spider spins webs of memory.
Also, the music for this. Holy shit.
It is so good.
Sitting on an NPC killers with MP4 pent. Dang. Everyone has regrets. If only it could be like this. If only I'd done that. Nobody makes it through life without having such thoughts at least once. Given that failure is an inevitable part of life, there is no sense dwelling on it. But of course, dwell we do, don't we? Yours truly is no exception. So for today, I would like to spin you a story of regret. It's all well and good to have regrets. But if you try to rid yourself of them, there will be hell to pay like you cannot even begin to fathom. That's a sort of comical fable I have in mind for us today. Ah, this does bring back memories, doesn't it, Master? That's right, it's me, James Moriarty, everyone's favorite old man from an alternate dimension. Huh? Want me to take this more seriously? Oh, alright if you insist. My name is James Moriarty. I'm also known variously as the Napoleon of Crime and the Old Spider. And now, I'm your servant. So now that that's out of the way, you are officially invited on a fun little pleasure trip. Don't worry, the risk of losing your life is almost completely negligible. Mostly. Carry the one and it might be different. Just sit back, relax, and enjoy the stroll down Regret Lane.
Darter called him Foxy Grandpa. Oh, here we go.
And thus the story begins. James Moriarty.
Sieg.
Cardboard box.
A wild cardboard box.
Dear Mud, Mr. Steel Girl, Alexander.
The young...
Yon King.
Sassy Chin.
Other Prince.
The other...
Izo.
Oh, look, it's an angry...
Not a vampire.
Hey, look, it's an angry Shih Tzu, and I can't believe it's not a vampire. That art was so cool with him jumping up with that.
Yeah, it is. Thank you, Birdman.
Did I just get forcefully ray-shifted again?
Indeed you did.
This is a cool place, though.
Yeah, it looks pretty nice.
What? Where are we, though?
Good morning!
Not so loud!
Oh, I do beg your pardon. Hello and good day. I'm glad to see you in good health, Chovo. I can see, though, that you are wondering where you are. I'll come right to the point, then. We are lost in this ray shift, you and I. Hey, D-Gen.
Hey, Jen.
We have no way to ask for help, nor any means to receive it. As to say, we are now on a stealth mission, and all weapons and equipment must be procured on site.
Where have I heard this before?
Indeed. We now face the same harsh circumstances as an M16 covert operative. I've heard of wholesome degradation, but this is ridiculous. But worry not, Master. I know this world, and I recognize the time period in which we find ourselves. In fact, I believe that is why I'm the one who is here with you.
Now, do we want to call him Professor or Grandpa?
Grandpa.
Grandpa.
I will have you know that I am only in my 50s, thank you very much. There's nary a grandpa to be found here, although I am a papa.
Turns around and sees First Son standing, like, literally right behind us.
Alright, allow me to explain. We are currently in a mansion found in a certain European city. It is the late 19th century, though without a newspaper I cannot be certain of the date. Our cover story is that you and I are bartenders employed at this mansion. Are you with me so far?
That explains these outfits.
Wait, does that mean we get, like, a butler outfit, too? And may I say, it suits us rather well. Now then. Here is the problem we face. On second thought, perhaps it would be better if you see for yourself. Let's leave the bar for the moment and take a stroll around the mansion itself. Oh, and as a rule of thumb, I would strongly advise you to keep your voice low and not speak to anyone. At least, for now.
Why, Seb?
Yeah, why, Seb? Whoa, this place is fancy.
Yes, this mansion's owner is something of a local legend. He effectively runs this entire town. And just look around. He must be at the center of any number of deplorably immoral and, dare I say, criminal acts to afford such luxury. I'm almost jealous of it. Almost.
Hey now, Mr. Moriarty. I can't speak for my ancestors, but I certainly have no recollection of being involved in anything of the sort.
Oh look, it's a cardboard box. Wait, Sieg!
This is not the Sieg you know from Chaldea. Make sure you speak to him as though he were a complete stranger.
Yeah, we don't even have him yet.
Ah, Chovo, this is our employer, Sieg.
Nice to meet you, Chobo. I'm afraid you won't have much time to get your feet wet. Things are about to get very busy around here. Make sure that you treat all of our guests with the respect they deserve. Whatever you do not speak to them as though you are on friendly or familiar terms. As long as you remember that, you're free to handle your responsibilities however you see fit. Oh, and Mr. Moriarty, I'm counting on you to take care of that matter we discussed earlier.
Ah, yes. And now you have met our employer.
Who are these guests you mentioned?
Good question. We'll be paying them a visit shortly as well. At peril of sounding like a broken record, do try to contain your surprise. Well. I'm surprised to see a thug like you here, seeing how the only thing you're good for is guzzling cheap booze. It breaks my heart to see Lorxie disgrace himself with this poor choice of company.
I'm sorry. Did you say something, old-timer? I could barely hear you over the sounds of your bones creaking. If there's anyone who doesn't deserve to be at this mansion, it's the worthless fossil who can't even set foot on a damn boat. Whoa. Easy there, fellas. See, you invited us all here, remember? So who cares about disgrace or worth? The important thing is, we all have the same qualifications to be here. Besides, none of us is ready now. Hell, they haven't even gotten here yet, right?
And here comes the hyena.
Oh, hyena, huh? I like that. They're the ones who always come out on top, seeing how they thrive off dead meat.
Well, no matter. We still have some time until the auction. If I were you, young King Anizo, I'd think long and hard about what I want to do with my life before now and the auction's starting.
Right on. Thanks for the tip. Funny, I was about to tell you the same thing. But then again, I guess there isn't much point in you thinking about what you want to do with your life. At your age, all you've got left to do is pick out a burial plot.
Well then. So, Deerman, Sassy Shin, and Izo are all here too.
Yes, but keep in mind that they are not at all the people you know. Perhaps you remember what happened during a similar incident not long ago? A mystery of sorts at the Koketsukan, yes? Back then, I believe your brain substituted figures you were familiar with for those you had never met, so as to avoid overwhelming it with the new visual information. AKA, we didn't feel like drawing unique portraits. This time, the new figures... Exactly. It's the perfect crime, don't you know? This time, the new figures may share their names with the ones you know, but in all other respects, it is the same phenomenon at work.
Our brain must be pretty messed up to correlate a deer, shapeshifter guy, and a Japanese assassin to some European gangsters.
Hey, I'm walking here!
What do they look like to you then, Moriarty?
Ah, yes. Unfortunately, they appear to be the same servants to me as well. But there are some extenuating circumstances that give me a bit more insight into their true identities. Simply put, these three, gentlemen are gang leaders. Dearwood may not look the part, but I trust you can sort of see it with the other two, no?
Yeah, pretty much.
As for Diarmid, I imagine he was chosen because his looks and attributes are similar to those of the man he is standing in for. After all, his dapper looks have apparently made him quite the talk of the town as of late.
And they don't get on along very well, do they?
I can't believe I get to say this finally. No shit, Sherlock. Wait, wrong person, sorry. Diarmid's group has been based in this area for many years now, a gang with a long tradition. They have their hands in every single one of the city's dark dealings and secrets, but they're also considered a pillar of the community. Then, about 20 years ago, young King's gang came along and put paid to that peaceful state of affairs. As soon as they came into the city, they were very aggressive about taking on whatever dirty work they could find, including the type of jobs that Diarmid's gang had long refused even to touch. Naturally, this led to turf war after turf war, with both sides gunning for each other around the city. That state of affairs continued for several years, until about 3 years ago, when both sides decided to put an end to these killings and came to terms. And then Izo's gang showed up, of longshore workers. That was when Izo's gang of longshore workers came along and complicated things even further. Now, all three of these gangs are in a stalemate, ever at odds with one another. Oh, you seem puzzled by something. Well, I suppose I can't blame you.
Why couldn't two of the gangs just team up?
Unfortunately, that's easier said than done. You see, each of the three gangs has something unique holding them back. Diarmid's group has numbers on their side, and they're also the ones most entrenched in the city. But in this case, that strength is also a weakness. As long as he remains here, Diarmid needs to keep up his image of a chivalrous man around town. That makes his group old and staid, unable to make the bold moves necessary to remove the others. Whereas young King's group is the newcomer that arrived in the city long after the status quo had been established. The people of the city are highly unlikely to ever trust them. But in turn, that gives them the freedom to do whatever they want. As this city was never theirs, they feel no obligation to restrain themselves on its behalf. And finally, we have Izo's gang. They have the fewest numbers, but they also control the docks. And since this city's industry depends on those docks, the other gangs can't do much to hurt them. Do you follow me so far?
I think so.
Good, because it only gets more complicated from here. Now then, I think we had best adjourn that lecture now in favor of doing our job for a bit.
What is our job exactly?
On another note, we've got wyverns!
Where did that come from?
That was the second most popular line in the things I've always wanted to say portion of the Servant Census. Da Vinci put it together herself. In a strange twist of fate, it seems there are wyverns running, or rather, flying around in this time period. The little devils apparently like to sneak into this mansion, so Sieg has entrusted us with keeping them out.
That is really strange, you know.
Well, I do have an inkling or two as to how this state of affairs came to be, but for the moment, I think we had best focus on the wyverns at hand. Alright, Master, I'm counting on you for backup.
On another note,
we've got wyverns! Also, hi Rhythm, hi Nyan.
Hi Rhythm, hi Nyan. Sassy should just transform into Diarmid and start yelling shit.
Oh man.
Yeah, wyverns, huh?
Put that up for now.
Moriarty, I think you need your glasses.
Wyverns, huh? Oh, that was an easy clear.
Copper poison, huh? Yeah, Yuzo saw some wyverns and was like, ooh, fun! Couldn't use it because he didn't have the stars for it. That's fine. Okay, Izo, we get it.
How were those wyverns?
Indeed, it seems matters are even stranger than I expected. Regardless, it does seem the part about them invading this mansion was true. And it would certainly make things worse to have demonic beasts causing trouble now, while the gangs are already at odds with one another. Good grief. All this and still hasn't even begun!
What hasn't begun?
The answer to that question will have to wait. Why, you ask? Hold on, let me just put on my disguise here.
2, 1.
Because the time is not yet right! End of story!
Seems like an awful lot of trouble for so little payoff.
I'd say it was well worth it just to see you roll your eyes like that, Master. Incidentally, that line took 3rd place in the aforementioned servant census, which, once again, was put together by Da Vinci herself. Boy, that really grinds my gears!
Da Vinci must have a lot of free time on her hands to put together a freaking census.
Oh, boy.
Just
Hi, Izzo. Anyway.
yeah.
Alright, moving on to section 2, the Triangle Gang. An old spider spins webs of memory. Alright. Who wants to take the gang members?
Oh boy. We could just cycle through. Survey says Rena.
Oi, give me more booze.
Survey
Me
says
too.
mush.
I was about to! God damn it! You beat me to it, Jim. I was gonna do it anyway. Me too. Come on, hurry it up. Coming.
Something tells me these guys.
Yes, Train-kun! Thank you! Thank you for showing up today!
Survey says Jim.
Yep.
I see you lot are just as disgraceful as ever.
Thank you, Jim.
Oi, what'd you just say?
Keep your goddamn mouth shut if you know what's good for you, Gramps.
What?
Alright, gentlemen, that is quite enough of that. Let me remind you that it is my employer you would be inconveniencing if you fought here. And that would certainly not be to any of your advantages. At least, in my humble opinion.
Fine, whatever.
You got a lot of nerve talking to me like that, bartender.
Just goes to show how nobody respects you a lot.
It's wonderful to see you all enjoying yourselves. But I must warn you, even I cannot guarantee a happy result should you engage in fisticuffs here. Alcohol really is dangerous stuff, isn't it? Perhaps we should simply close the bar down, or at least ban them from the premises.
Good thinking. In fact, I was just about to ask you to do that myself. Even guys like that should be able to control themselves as long as they stay away from alcohol. So from now on, I'd like you to limit the bar to myself, the different organizations' leaders, and the men who will be showing up soon.
You got it, boss.
I understood.
Good. I'll leave this in your capable hands, then. So this is really happening tomorrow.
I take it you're reluctant to part with it.
Of course I am. That relic has been passed down within my family in secret for 1,000 years. I never dreamed that I would ever let it go. But now that it's come out that it's in my possession, it could put the whole city at risk. So before word spreads too far, I plan to sell it to the highest bidder. And invest the money in helping the city prosper.
That's quite magnanimous of you, sir. I promise you, my cohort and I will do everything in our power to help you see this through.
Thank you. I feel better knowing you're here. Alright, see you later.
Whew, that was quite a little ordeal. Something wrong, Master?
What was that about a relic?
Oh, right, I forgot to mention it didn't die. All will be clear tomorrow, you'll see. Now, let's say we pick up our lecture from where we left off yesterday. I trust you recall the three organizations' different characteristics now?
All three are in very different positions.
Quite right. Now then, let's assume each group pursues the best course of action for them to seize control of this city. Group A, Dearmod, would ideally like to team up with Izo to take out Young King. Once that's done, he could take this time folding Izo's small organization into his own. But that would not be to Izo's interests. While he may be able to get rid of Young King that way, it would leave him helpless against Dearmod. And that, of course, would all but assure his defeat. As such, Izo can never team up with Dearmod. So then, you might think Izo could just team up with Young King to take out Dearmod, but there too you would be wrong. After all, they too are now an inextricable part of the city. Then, what if Group A, Dearmod, teams up with Group B, Young King, to take out Group C, Izo, first? Yeah, such a team would let them take out Izo easily, but also lead to its own rather messy set of problems. Without enough people working the docks, the city's economy would all but grind to a halt. More than that, neither group truly needs to team up with the other to take Izo down. Both A and B would merely hope that their partner ends up bearing the lion's share of the losses in the battle to destroy C. In summary, there is no viable path forward for any group. Forming an alliance, going on the attack, neither of these are feasible options. It is quite the stalemate. And now, something new is being added to the mix. I trust I don't need to explain what a Holy Grail War is to you, do I, Master?
It's almost time. Tomorrow, there's going to be a battle for control of this case. It's just the way it is. This is to help build a better future. I have to accept that there are going to be sacrifices. It won't be easy, but this is a point. But at this point, I see no alternative. We just aren't strong enough to keep this relic safe on our own anymore.
Just keep cool for now. It all comes down to what happens next. We're the ones who'll be taking control of the city. We're not gonna let those damned outsiders have so much as a scrap. As soon as the ritual's over, we're going to kill every last one of them!
Yeah! I can hear that stuck-up old man yapping away. So much for that chivalrous routine he likes to put on. If he's gonna shake his cane at us for being outsiders after we've been here for 20 years, we'll just spend 200 years working our way in until we're a goddamn institution. This city wants us to take it over. It's practically begging for us to liven the place up. It all comes down to tomorrow. If the others think they can mess with us, they've got another thing coming.
Meanwhile,
we live by the sea, and we'll die by the sea. As long as we've got this town by its lifeline, it doesn't matter how few of us there are. We're the strongest of them all. And once this battle is over, we'll be the biggest too. If the losers refuse to get down on their knees and beg for mercy, we'll just kill every last one of them.
Fun fact, that was a reused asset.
Oh boy.
Also, wait, did you just say a Holy Grail War?
yes, but this will be something of a miniature version. A kind known as a subspecies Holy Grail War. 3 mages are scheduled to arrive here tomorrow. They will begin by making bids for the relic in question. It holds considerable power, you see. So, of course, the mages taking part in this Holy Grail War all wish to secure it for themselves. But the real problem is that each of the 3 warring gangs has backed a different mage. In other words, whoever wins this subspecies Holy Grail War will also win control of the city.
This is awful.
Yes, indeed it is. Suffice to say, our role here is to keep them all in check, so as to minimize damage to the city. Or so I gather.
Okay, but how do we go about doing that?
Good question. Next question. We can't count on Hacker from Chaldea, and you and I have limited options at best. But I can tell from the expression on your face that we must find a way, no matter what. Very well, but there is little we can do now. At this point, it all comes down to tomorrow. So tomorrow, let's begin by seeing what course of action each group chooses to pursue. Alright.
So, small fun fact about the background for Izos, that actually shows up in a Epic of Remnant.
That it does.
Mm-hmm.
Although, I don't believe you'd recognize it considering it only ever really shows up in daytime.
Yeah, but I recognize the fence and the cliff anywhere.
Yeah, again, my point stands. It's kind of hard. It would be hard to recognize.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, there's one. Interesting CE choice. Okay.
Also, Moriarty mentioned a subcategory or subspecies, the Holy Grail War thing. That's lore from Apocrypha, which, well done.
Considering Sieg is involved, I'm not surprised.
Anyway, morning.
Good morning, Master. Tell me, have you ever considered running a bar or a cafe once you retired from mastering? I bet you would enjoy it quite a bit if you partnered up with the young Miss Kiarlight.
Bar or cafe?
Actually sounds kind of nice.
Cafe.
A little cafe would be nice. Oh god, we get a flat... imagination!
Welcome to Cafe Chaldea. I'm Ash Kierlight, your server for today. Please sit back and relax. Oh, right, I almost forgot. Welcome back, Senpai.
Let's keep going. Let's pursue this. Hold on. Oh no, it just ends. Alright, I think that's enough daydreaming. It would seem the mages have arrived. I'm surprised to see all 3 of them here so early. Perhaps they couldn't just wait any longer. We're still stuck on it! We're still daydreaming!
Oh, right, this is all new to you, White, right?
Right. Cause,
Great. Because
I have...
I've passed this part. I'm waiting for a login so I can continue on.
Me and Mash. Are you still wool gathering over there? Come on, step out of it, man! Don't maybe aim an asteroid at you, I will do it.
Good day, everyone. Welcome to my home.
Nice location. I'd love to reacquisition this place, land and all.
I see you like to waste your time dwelling on trivialities, even when you're about to do battle.
Go ahead and think about whatever you like. In the end, such thoughts are mere delusions. In a few days, you can waste your time grieving for the treasure you failed to claim.
None of them are casters.
And here I thought we would be seeing casters show up here to represent these mages. I suppose we can take this as a sign that each of these mages is really quite battle-hungry. I guess so.
Allow me to welcome you all once again. I am honored to have you here in my home. But then, I guess there's no need to stand on ceremony, is there? You're all here for something I own. I'm aware of that. You also know that multiple sources are 90% sure that it's a genuine article. I expect, then, that you are here to verify the last 10% in person?
Yeah, pretty much. None of us would be amused if we came all this way only to have it turned out to be counterfeit.
Agreed. I don't wish to sound demanding, but I would indeed like to see it for myself. Naturally, I wouldn't dream of trying to kill the others at this time. And neither would you, Count Vlad, correct?
Of course not. No true mage would be so foolish as to throw away their honor here. That would be an act of beasts, not men. I would never do anything to disturb this peace while the item's owner shows us such hospitality. Thank you. Alright then. You may go and see it for yourselves. This is the relic that has been passed down in my family for generations. The linden leaf that stuck to the back of a heroic dragon slayer.
It's real. This is definitely the genuine article. I may not have been a mage for very long, but I can still recognize the real thing when I see it.
Indeed. I can tell it is indeed what our host claims with merely a single look at its magnificence. Now I have no doubt that with this in hand, I would win this subspecies Holy Grail war.
I see. Still, this relic can serve as a catalyst with which to summon a powerful servant.
Powerful is sort of subjective here.
That's a big question mark at the end of powerful.
Given that most such artifacts, such as the snake skin to summon the King of Heroes and the gold guardian knot to summon the King of Conquerors, have fallen into the Association's hands. So this is what happens before Apocrypha.
Well, okay, so...
They did mention Gilgamesh.
Okay, I'm assuming that they're talking about, because of those relics in question, I imagine they're talking about stuff related to Zero, because those two did show up in Zero.
Right, Iskandar and,
Gil.
Yeah.
Gil.
Whether or not it takes place before, or after, who knows? Well, actually, it's probably after, because I remember they had that, Malloy had that delivered to him, and then Wave just kind of stole it.
Yeah.
Kind of stole it is an understatement. He actually, he just like, okay, I'll deliver this. Just runs off with it.
Pretty much.
This could well be the last of its kind in the entire world. For a relic like this, I would gladly take part in a Holy Grail war.
Mike's messing up.
I'm glad to see you all understand. I must ask you all to pay richly for a chance to own this relic. But I think you'll agree that it is well worth it. As I'm sure you all know, this leaf is a powerful catalyst that can be used to summon the great hero Siegfried. Using this catalyst, your chances of summoning anyone else are negligible. It cannot be divided among you, however, as its effectiveness as a catalyst would be greatly compromised by the damage such division would cause. So only one of you may claim this relic.
The edition Apocrypha is after 0, but in some timelines it's before.
Actually, it's before an Apocrypha.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's before because the Yggdrasil Millennia family took the Greater Grail,
Yeah.
like in World War II,
Yep.
and have had it since. So, but no one need be hurt to do so. That is certainly not what I want. That is why I will be holding the auction. I have faith that you're all able and willing to pay what this relic is worth.
Very nice. Do you understand, Master? Any of them can care about now is getting the jump on the others. Naturally, they're not afraid to get their hands dirty if it means gaining an edge. Depending on how things go, there may not even be an auction at all.
Isn't that dangerous?
Absolutely. Now then, how should we go about this?
Only one of us, huh? I'd love to resolve this peacefully if we could.
As would I, but that is easier said than done. Isn't that right, Count Vlad?
Izo? What? I need your entire fortune. That relic there is worth every penny of it. Are you nuts? You want my entire fortune? Just to buy a damn leaf? Silence. I don't mind letting you pretend to run the show in public. But if I fail to acquire that leaf, you will spend the rest of your life paying me back.
Wow.
Looks like I got a real shot at this.
So in the end, it all comes down to money. Well, these are small timers. They'll have to scourge up every penny they can to just have a chance.
Normally, a catalyst of this quality would be forever beyond our reach. Only those ranked Pride or higher get to see it. But since the only other mages here have loose ties to the association, that opens up a wealth of options.
It'll be used in the world's best salad. Honestly, better or worse than a catalyst for Siegfried?
I'll be holding the auction tomorrow. The only ones who will be allowed to bid are Alexander, Prince of Lanling, and Vlad III. No exceptions. Even if any other mages should catch wind of this auction and enter a bid higher than one of yours. We have no plans to alter the arrangement. Perfect. Alright, that's all for today. Please feel free to relax and enjoy yourselves until tomorrow. Of course, you're also free to take this time to put together as much money as you can if you wish.
Alright, so he wants to open a lemonade stand.
Mr. Moriarty and Chovo, was it? Tomorrow is when your work really begins. I'm counting on you.
Understood.
Great. Okay, see you later.
Well, we certainly have our work cut out for us, but for now, why don't we focus on the task at hand?
Komodo dragon control?
It's supposed to be wyvern control, but never mind that now.
They're Komodo dragons, though.
They really are. Now, the real question is do they have poison breath?
Next question.
No, like legit though. Can they poison?
They had copper poison, which was like a poison debuff.
Okay.
So they can poison us.
So they really are Komodo dragons.
No, they're wyverns, Jim. Get it right.
Yes.
Even though they're literally just called Komodo lizards.
The freaking him using the coffin like that is always great.
It is. What's the ability from this? Start gather rate. Okay. Well, that doesn't really help us here at all. Well. This is a skill bit, right? You know what?
Hey man, Moriarty wouldn't have class advantage to show off if it was actual wyverns.
Typically, they are riders, wyverns, but Komodo dragons are usually lancers, if I'm not mistaken. All right. Oh, well, I guess we're just going to wait for another couple minutes for that to show up.
Well, we can show off the
Yeah, we can do the cocktail tastings, and by the time we're done with those, it should be ready to go.
Oh yeah, no, we've got like 14 minutes.
Yeah, we should be okay to go and just do that.
It sucks that because I've been saving my rolls, I don't have any of the CEs except for one. I only have... Oh yeah, in the shop.
Oh yeah, and there's also the shop too. Which we don't have any of the CEs for farming the shop stuff, so...
I've not picked any of them yet, Degenerate, because...
That's a good question. Yeah, we actually need to pick the CE on this account too.
I'm saving my pick until after I do my big roll, because there's chances are I'm gonna get a lot of them.
This does have a Scotty, so I think that it would benefit from the Dante's one.
Probably.
Be gone, thought.
Yeah, honestly, the CEs in this are kind of so-so. None of them are particularly what I would call standouts.
I do like the Qin Shi Huang one because it is sure hit and it has NP gain, which is really nice. Just the sure hit is very helpful.
Yeah, it could come in handy, because sure hit is always nice to have in your back pocket just in case you need it.
Sure hit's just good, period.
Sure hit and Vuln Pierce are both good to have, just, like, as an option.
Oh, look. So, you want to hear something funny in terms of both of the Chaldea Boys events that are going on? Kothoro is in both of them in terms of the grinding modes.
Is he in the first one, though?
I don't... Let me check. I don't know that off the top of my head, but I just, like, he's in both of them, so it's like, both NA and JP are just beating the crap out of poor Kothoro.
Well, he's in the first one, so I doubt most people are just hard grinding the very first one.
Moriarty's in both too. As a challenge quest in JP.
Is he? Huh.
Hey, look. Bronze.
Let me go ahead and take a look at that while I'm thinking about it. There's the costume right there. There's the glasses we can exchange for tickets. And eventually, at the very end, I believe, yep, it's the Coffin of the Fall.
Hey Renan, do you mind if I get your opinion on what I posted in the combat room?
Sure, let me take a look.
Hmm.
Well, sorry, I don't mind. That is what I meant to say.
This one also looks pretty nice, I'm not gonna lie.
Alright, let's...
Sure hit and NP gain 50%. That's not bad.
You'll have to remind me again who you have set for your main people in all of these classes.
I'm kind of leaning between. Leaning between this one to the top, like the Dante's one, and the Emperor one over here, Foresight.
Are you going to be rolling at all?
Probably not. I might throw a ticket or two out of it just because, but I'm not gonna do any hard rolling for this event.
Right.
Because, it's literally after this. So I'll probably be like holding most. I'll probably just be doing most of the rolling after this event's after like when combat event shows up.
Do we know if any of the enemies coming up are going to spam evade like nobody's fucking business?
We do have like some like CEs for that. We have the Pirate Party one, which was from way back when, and we have. A few others.
People that can deal with the evade, it might be good to get the Dante's one. Also, because again, you have Scotty.
True, but we also have a bunch of like other quick base CEs, and one of them is starting charge.
Right.
And we'll be getting a second one of another starting charge quick base CE later on the road, which is better because attack power instead of HP. So.
I put a picture of my main party in the combat room.
Thank you.
Nah. That one was nice, but no. Also, the music is very chill.
Oh yeah, no, this music is vibing.
I personally might finish leveling MASH, but that's just me, because I tend to use her a fair bit.
Ren is saying that we have Sky, so the Dante's one might be pretty good.
Maybe.
Also, the shop in terms of like mats. Oh boy.
There are some good mats in here, especially the crystals, void dust,
Hero
proofs. Definitely hero proofs. Yeah, I might just grab it just because. Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Jim, why is Gwaine set on your event setup? Or on your normal setup?
Because.
Just to annoy you, that's why.
specifically there just to annoy you.
He's level 1!
Exactly.
Exactly.
Passion lives level 1!
Oh yeah, I do still have her on my support list, don't I?
And you didn't change the events because Suzuka's on there. She doesn't have a CE and she's level 1. What the fuck? Triggered.
Triggered.
You're upsetting Rena.
That was the idea, I'm pretty sure.
Genuinely just trying to find who you have leveled in each, like, thing in case it was somebody that I was missing for some reason.
Let's see.
I'm stuck at a.
Also, hi Rose. A little late, but hi Rose. How you doing?
I'm stuck on who to level up on JPs. And what's irritating is I want to roll today because my account is lacking a rider.
You have Skidor.
JP.
Oh.
See, I don't need to worry about that because I somehow got Nemo. Although Ozzy would be nice to have.
Ozzy would be nice to have. Like, I have gold in all of them except for Ryder. It used to be Ryder and Caster, but then I got visited by a book.
Just Krill and Ushi. And that's what I did.
I do have Ushi. I've been using, Bartholomew a lot. 'Cause he's been pretty nice to me, but... I need materials is the problem. They have a lot of servants ready for next ascension, but I can't ascend them.
I'm actually... I'm low-key kind of looking forward to the LB3 3 just so we can get more copies of Ezo. Having some mobile delay the rice? Well, at least we're getting some apples out of the deal. Which we desperately need. Actually, while I'm thinking about it, let me go ahead and...
Really nice for my JP account.
Okay, I have updated my event support list, Rena.
Thanks. I have concerns.
Watch, Gwen's still gonna be on there.
Probably.
No, it's Lancelot.
Okay.
Okay, the other night of the round, gotcha.
It's like the other night.
The other night, as in, where does Betty fall in this?
Betty just doesn't need to be in the nights anymore.
Well,
She's just a dumpster fire. Betty does not need to be in the dumpster fire.
well, considering he's still level 1.
And Gwen wasn't?
Gwen is level 1, so at least they have that in common. What's the level on Emiya Alter and Chloe? There's just a message in front of it, so I can't see.
Sorry. 1.
It's for both of them?
Yes.
Wait, didn't Chloe's event have something to do with needing to ascend her 3 times?
Yeah, and I didn't finish it.
Ah.
Yeah, no, she's only at NP1, and I don't know.
I believe this one is Nyan's Saberlot. Pretty sure this was Nyan's.
Yeah, no, she's only at NP1.
Alright, yeah, that's fair. I'm just kind of looking into who you have leveled in terms of, like, AoE and single target.
That is fair.
Where are you in story again?
Right behind, this account.
And with how many of the epics done?
None of them, technically.
Gotcha.
I'm almost done with Shinjuku. No. The
Chimosa?
Chimosa.
Alright.
But I haven't touched it for a while because events.
You know what? Fair enough.
Right. I feel that.
Alright, go get him, Saberlot.
Hey, login.
Ah, perfect. Play 10 quests. Nice. Do 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 do. Do 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 do.
Oh boy.
That triumphant return music. Yes. The wine glass, I'll take that. Actually, who's on right up to after that? Is it still just... Nope, it's Vlad. Hi, Vlad.
Hi,
Hi,
Vlad.
Vlad.
How you doing?
I'm waiting for Coup Alter.
It's like Coup Alter and Waiver are like the main things people are waiting for.
Cool.
Section 3, My Fleeting Fate. Roll credits. Or I guess just cue the intro. Whatever works, whatever floats your boat.
What are days?
Nice!
Like, hey, creds.
Brenda, did you punch your mic again?
It's not my fault!
They say good wine makes good blood, but it can also be just as good at making bad blood. How many times have we heard of someone committing an egregious breach of etiquette while under the influence? I've heard mages have a way of neutralizing alcohol's effects, but I expect that only applies to the dangers of extreme overconsumption. Once they are intoxicated, they are surely just as likely to loosen their lips as anyone else. Especially when speaking to ordinary bartenders like us. Wink, wink. So why don't we start by bringing Alexander in here and seeing what we can learn from him? Though I would like to ask that you do the talking, if you don't mind. I'll stick to the occasional interjection.
Someone else go for the master, because I'm going to be speaking a lot.
I nominate Brenna. She doesn't have any lines.
Why is that?
Well, my young friend, once you reach a certain age, it becomes extremely difficult not to always appear shady, particularly to younger company.
Stares directly at Moriarty.
I can't help it! I'm in my 50s! I'm not that old!
Shut it, old man. Alcohol? I'm not sure I understand. You want me to have a drink now, under these circumstances? Okay, they have a saying for this in China. You can't catch a tiger cub without going into a tiger's den. In other words, nothing ventured, nothing gained. Those other two have been mages for a lot longer than me. So if I want to get ahead, I just gotta leap in without fear. Besides, I'm sure you two have some useful info on you of your own.
Alright. Do you take shaken or stirred?
Shaken's fine.
Alright, here you go.
No sign of magical energy, let alone poison, but I guess that's to be expected.
I mean, alcohol
So what do
is
you
a
want-
poison.
That is a dry This, my friend, is a dry martini, the king of cocktails. Seeing how you have an air of royalty about you, I thought it would be fitting.
Huh, never heard of it.
That's because it has yet to be invented.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Sir.
It's okay for you to drink, right?
You're saying I look underage? Probably because I am. Actually, I'm not. I just do what I can to keep the ravages of time at bay. Though, of course, I don't expect any other mages would take it easy on me just because I look like a kid.
Do you think you got a good shot at the auction?
That's why I came here to find out. Can I get another one of these?
Coming right up, my good man. Use the information I gave you earlier, Master.
Well, Yenqing's organization is...
Now I see. So all three groups are dancing on a razor's edge. Damn, now what do I do? I originally contacted Dearman's group because I heard they were the biggest player here. But if they're that closely tied to the city, that's really gonna hold me back. Not to mention that between the three of us mages, my family's got the shortest history.
Is there a problem with that?
Mages are about passing power down the generations. My family's only been at it for 300 years. But those two have families that go back 500 and 700 years. That said, my magecraft is pretty well suited to combat, so that could tip the scales in my favor.
Well suited to combat.
Yep, you know about centaurs, right? Legendary half-human, half-horse creatures?
I thought that was Lubu.
Hello, yes, I am Lubu.
What is it?
You know what, that's fair. I sure do know about centaurs.
I'm sure they were incredibly fast, but that's not the only reason they were so strong. No, they were strong because they focused all of their attention on pinpoint precision with their arrows, even while running at those incredible speeds. Concentration is key, not just in magecraft, but in everything. If people could concentrate like a centaur, it would improve their abilities tenfold across the board. Even if you don't have a lot of magical energy to work with, if you focus, you can squeeze every last drop you have right into your magical circuits.
You mean like an energy-efficient battery?
Battery?
Think of it as a kind of energy engine. So you use your body so efficiently that you're able to boost not just combat abilities, but all abilities. Excuse me a second, I need to just take a moment.
I still don't get how you're able to hold the shaker like that.
So I question that.
Not, like, attached like the palm of your hand.
Well, you see, it's a common magic trick. Also,
it's just in your palm.
Exactly. Also, don't you just hate it when you feel like a sneeze coming on and it never shows up?
Oh.
Anyway, quite the superhuman training regimen.
Anyways, you're going to pump the other mages for information too, right? Sure, I'd appreciate it if you let me in on what you learned too.
A mage who tries his hardest to compensate for being the weakest. An admirable attitude with which to go into battle. But it would seem to make him something of a poor ally for Diarmid.
How so?
Left to his own devices, Alexander would surely do whatever it takes to win. But Diarmid is more concerned with playing by the rules and winning fairly and honorably. It may not be an issue in the beginning, but by the end, the disparity in their methods could very well spell their doom. Now then, why don't we see what the Prince of Long Ling has to say?
Just ignore gravity.
Alcohol, huh? I see nothing to fear. I would have no trouble breaking alcohol down with one hand tied behind my back, after all. I am happy to drink this if it will help me acquire information. Coming right up, sir. Here you go. Here's your cocktail. This one is called a silver bullet. Silver bullet? Indeed. That is what you use when slaying monsters, is it not? So it's a good luck charm, is it? Well, I suppose I'll need all the help I can get. Alexander I can handle, but Vlad is a formidable opponent.
What if you and Alexander teamed up?
That's a good idea, actually. And I'm sure Alexander would also prefer to go up against me rather than Vlad. But I don't think Yon King would go for that. Then again, I suppose if I want to know, I'll have to ask. And he does need to understand that Vlad III is our greatest threat.
What's Count Vlad as a mage?
Well, the rumor is that he uses blood as a catalyst for his magecraft. Whether that's true or not, I do know that both his magical crest and his magical circuits are stellar. His magecraft may not be focused on combat, but I doubt he will have any trouble keeping up. As for Alexander... Oh, imitating the centaurs, huh? If that's true, it would seem to have very narrow applications, but I suppose it would also be rather difficult to predict. Well, thank you for the drink. It was delicious. I think I will go see if Alexander would be amenable to working together. What is my magecraft like? How silly to think I would tell you that. The very basis of magecraft is secrecy. That is as true today as it is in ancient times. That said, it would not be difficult to figure out if you examine my magical lineage. I hope tomorrow's auction goes smoothly, for all our sakes. Alright, that just leaves Count Vlad. Though, who knows if he'll actually come.
He'll come if we give him a Bloody Martini. Or a Bloody Mary.
I have come.
You have? How in the world did you convince him?
It's simple, bartender. Your pupil there was unfailingly polite when he expressed his wish to entertain me. It was clear that he meant every word, and I intimated no signs of malice whatsoever. And so it is only proper that I accept his invitation, lest you reflect poorly on me as a mage. Now, come and celebrate my victory, bartender.
Very well. May I suggest a Bloody Mary?
You may. I know nothing of alcohol and its intricacies in any case.
Well, this seems oddly fitting, but here you go.
I see. So that bastard Prince of Lunling told you about my magecraft, did he? Even if he did avoid going into detail, I can't say I enjoy having someone else share my secrets. Not to mention it seems a tad unfair that he insists on keeping his own magecraft a secret. So go ahead and tell Alexander this. Prince of Lonling's magecraft is based on beauty. He uses curses to entrance his targets and bring about their downfall. However, while that may work on ordinary men, it will have no effect on me. If anything, it is Alexander who may hope to stand against me. All that remains is to see how much money Izo is able and willing to pony up. But these men are no fools. They are willing to make great sacrifices if it means gaining control of this city. I still don't know much about alcohol, but I do like this brilliant red color. Once I've obtained the callus for myself, I think I'll celebrate with another of these Bloody Marys.
Of course you would. Well, at least it was certainly the most imposing, wasn't he? Though he also seems not so much guarded as... what's what I'm looking for here? Oblivious?
Yeah, I'll go with oblivious.
Reminds me of a certain detective. Alright, now that we've got more information to work with, let's see if we can make some sense of it. First of all, while these mages share a name, body, and personality with the servants they appear to be, they are not actually those servants. I trust you already understand that. The Vlad III we spoke of may sound like the same one we know, but in reality he may speak completely differently, even boorishly. For that matter, Prince of Longling may not even be from China. But we perceive them as the servants we know, and thus hear their words in a way matching that perception. The same thing happens whenever we speak to them. Before our words can reach their brains, they are proceeded to fall in line with their perceptions. Guardian Soul, hey, haven't seen you in a while. Long time. How you doing?
Hello.
How you doing? That's why we can address an ordinary mage as Vlad III without causing any problems.
This is getting confusing.
Good, that was the point. If you think that's confusing, though, wait till you hear this next part.
What the fuck, man?
Since each of the three gangs are working with one of the mages, you might think there are only 3 factions at play here. But in actuality, there are 6! Each faction is trying to obtain power and treasure to realize their ambitions. And we
We're gonna swoop in at the end and take it all for ourselves?
My, you are just a cunning little devil after my own heart, Master. But no. As for our exact plan of action, I think that can wait until tomorrow. If I have read the situation correctly, something will happen at the auction. For the time being, we had best take the opportunity to rest while we can prepare for tomorrow. Well, good night.
I can't sleep.
We just sleeping in the bar room?
We're just under the fucking counter.
Oh, up already? It's not even daybreak yet.
I just couldn't seem to fall asleep.
I see. Well, in that case, perhaps it would help if I told you a story about my own, admittedly checkered past.
This feels a little weird, but sure.
In truth, much of my life was actually quite dull. What's that? Is it because I'm a fictional character? I'm not so sure about that. Am I a fictional character? Or did James Moriarty truly exist at some point? Did the events that make up my past truly happen? At this point, that is really not so important as distinction as you might think. All that really matters is that I'm here now. My childhood memories are all rather hazy. There was only one thing that I remember from them. Equations. I remember their clearness, the beauty inherent in their structure, how gentle they could be, and how terrifying. It is thanks to equations that one can determine precisely where a ball will land once thrown. I think, back when I was just a boy, I would often ponder why no one else seemed to realize their appeal. Once I had reached that what most would consider an adult age, I wrote a book. The Dynamics of an Asteroid. Just gonna do this real quick to me. But it never saw the light of day, thanks to the mathematicians who saw it buried before it took off. But honestly, I can't say I was surprised. I knew all too well how petty and guarded people could be. All the more so once they realized the terrifying implications of my book. Still, despite my lack of surprise, I was at a loss as to how to respond. How then was I to verify the equation therein? I remember cocking my head and thinking to myself, well, now what am I going to do? I didn't want to go my whole life without ever knowing if that equation was correct or not. This may make me sound like a petulant child, but I simply did not like that idea, not one bit. I was sure I could prove my equation was correct. I had to prove it was correct. So I decided to turn evil.
Why?
I suppose I cannot possibly expect you to understand that part, no. I wanted to prove beyond all doubt how beautiful and terrifying my equation was. So I swore I would do whatever I must to make that happen, and eliminate anyone who stood in my way. From there, I devoted myself solely to calculating one thing. How could I go about proving this equation to the world at large? And the conclusion I reached was that I must turn evil. As an evil man, I would use this equation to wreak destruction upon the world. My next step was to form an organization. I mixed intricate schemes into evil that typically tended toward straightforward simplicity. I provided wisdom and intelligence to evil that typically resorted to brute strength and violence. I piled up evil deeds upon evil deeds, until one day, that accursed detective brought me to justice.
What'd you expect?
A fair point! From my perspective, I thought I was just advising everyone to take notice of me. But once they started calling me genius, scum, morally bankrupt, monster, and the Napoleon of crime. Well, I suppose that'll all go to my head. But regardless, Chobo, even with all that said, I don't regret my decision to turn to a life of evil. Hey, Kingdom Hearts, there is two reasons for that. I enjoyed myself immensely. Yes, I admit it, I truly am morally bankrupt. But in spite of that, or perhaps because of it, I can say without a doubt that few have enjoyed their lives so thoroughly as I enjoyed mine. It was grand fun to see people playing into my hands, and even more fun to see them falling into my traps. Watching them stumble off a cliff, or trip on a pebble, or have a vase come crashing down on them, was some of the greatest moments of hilarity I ever witnessed.
One of those could actually kill somebody, but alright. That doesn't sound fun to me at all.
I am impressed you can look me right in the eye when you say that. Of course, it isn't as though I was riding high for the rest of my life. I met my end tumbling down Reichenbach Falls. It was a miserable end, but properly befitting a criminal like myself. And to make matters worse, the man I tried to drag down with me ended up surviving. I remember how ashy grey the sky was that day, at a time that was neither morning nor evening, how the icy cold waters seemed to scream like machine gun fire. It's quite strange, really. Why in the world did I challenge him to a fist fight? If I'm merely fictional, then I'm sure I did so purely to satisfy the demands of the plot. But if I did actually exist, then I think I understand. I must have wanted to show him what a villain like me is truly made of. Alright, back to bed with you. Surely you must be bored enough now to drift off.
What's the second reason you don't regret your choice?
Oh, come now, do I really have to spell it out? Because if it wasn't for my life of crime, I would never have gotten to meet you. Now, don't be bashful. Even aged gentlemen like me are at times prone to sentiment. Alright, that's quite enough. Off to bed with you. Good night, Shoo.
No, I don't wanna.
Do it. You have to get rest for your midterms.
Wait for tomorrow.
And the next day. This is gonna go on forever. Anyway, do we want to go ahead and just knock this next one out, or do we want to just go ahead and just start with Lost Bolt 3 again? Or get back to Lost Bolt 3?
Do that. Up to you.
I would like a silver apple.
Silver apples are nice.
Take the silver apple.
But by the way, I am now at 188 quartz and 7 tickets.
Hey, nice. If you can...
Whoa! Hello, Raid.
Hello.
Not Zoggin.
Whoa!
For the raid.
Not Zogan, thank you with the raid of 13 people. Hello, how you guys doing?
Hello. I may recommend somebody who can... This is the milk node?
Yeah, this is the milk node.
The bronze currency. The bronze currency is
We've
like...
come for the loot. We don't have any loot. We'd offer you night medals, but I think Rena's hoarding them at this point.
It's not my fault! The knights want them!
Yeah, unfortunately.
We can give you Holmes' stash of void dust.
Oi! That's my void dust you're looking at right there. No.
What's a map we can offer to them? Oh no, I think they're interested in the void dust.
Oh shit.
You shall stay with my void dust, you heathens! This is my void dust! But so you...
Look, Holmes,
Void Coke.
you can just stop. Just give it up.
Either way, welcome aboard, everybody. How you all doing tonight?
We just finished doing the story bit for the event, and after this, we're gonna move on to Lost Bell 3. Salieri, can you just take that down like to a 3? I heard that
No.
close.
No. He will never stop.
I looked up the recipes for all of the cocktails.
Oh?
Vlad had the least amount of alcohol.
Ironically enough.
With, I believe, 1.5 fluid ounces of vodka is what is in this recipe.
Is it?
I mean, to be fair, he does have the rest of it being juice. The silver
That's
bullet
right,
is...
that's because Bloody Marys are tomato juice.
Mhm.
I remember that much at least when it comes to a Bloody Mary.
The silver bullet is gin. It's 1 ounce of gin, half an ounce of kumo, and half an ounce of lemon juice. This is according to Epicurious. And then classic dry martini, according to Epicurious again, is 2.5 ounces of dry gin, such as Beefeater, and half an ounce of dry vermouth. So in total, he's got 3 ounces. And he doesn't have any sort of... I can't...
Hazel, thank you for the 100 bits.
Thank you, Hazel. I'm also surprised that the dry martini came out first instead of, for example, an old-fashioned.
When did Castigo get a fancy outfit like that? Summer 3.
So, yeah, the summer event that is getting a rerun in quite a few months actually.
Yes.
Kingdom Hearts, no!
Stick an actual screwdriver in it.
I love the piano, like, extra attack on that.
I just love Salieri's like entire shtick.
Grand Blue reference?
I think that might be it. Oh, by the way, hello Spartacus.
No, hi.
Where are the oppressors?
Oh, dear God.
We'll get back to the oppressors here in a second.
Your alcohol is being oppressed.
How dare you!
Dear God.
Yeah, for some oolong tea.
Did that do almost exactly enough to kill him?
I think so, actually. Dang.
Because I know he has just over 100,000 health.
If it did, that would be funny.
Hang on,
I pop this for the...
Oh, Salieri. Someone's requesting Salieri's MP.
My Salieri's MP. That was Seth.
Whoops.
Well, we don't have enough time to get the charge for it. Yeah, a little late on the draw there, Seb.
Izo's,
Izo's just kind of going ham.
Oh
You
my
know,
God.
like
He had 108,108. And you did... Let's see. $108,842.
Huh.
So it was
Recommend-
literally within 1,000 damage.
holy shit.
Hazel gift with the 10 gift subs. Holy crap. Thank you, Hazel.
Thank you, Hazel. My goodness.
Oh, look.
My God.
Oh, look, Seb got one.
You're finally gonna give some.
Seb, thank you so... No, that's it. Hazel, thank you so much. Thank you so much for that.
Holy shit. Seb, give me your golden now.
Oh, man. God Roxas, thank you for the follow. Seb is like, I'm golden. All right, moving on to Lost Belt 3 again.
Yes, do enjoy the email.
Yeah, to all you who just got your gift subs, enjoy your emotes.
Oh, Oh, Rainsworth with 100 bits. Holy shit.
Rainsworth, thank you for the 100 bits. All you just got your new subs. Enjoy the emotes. And Rainsworth, thank you for the follow. Land of Peace, Section 8. Oh boy. I like gold.
I like gold. Pretty cold then. Huh, sounds like you had quite an eventful evening.
Peculiar though this may be, it does present another piece to the puzzle. Unfortunately, it does nothing to make the larger picture any easier to see. We know that the Crypta's first priority is defending their Tree of Emptiness, and yet Akuta has not told the Lost Belt's king of the tree's importance. Furthermore, she moved to eliminate us entirely on her own discretion, only to end up swearing allegiance to Qin Shi Huang the instant Zhang Yu's life was threatened.
I was taken back to see Akuta acting so aggressively when we first came to the Lost Belt.
50-day half AP, what brought this on? Probably because, if I'm not mistaken, Lost Belt 4 is, like, in about a month or two. So that's probably why.
But seeing her so scared and flustered was just painful more than it was surprising. I guess I really didn't know anything about her back when we were both at Chaldea.
Ah yes, about who she was at Chaldea.
Holmes and I did a little poking around in the data we managed to back up from the server. And her entire background reeks of falsified records.
Indeed, I had to practically hold my nose as we picked apart her disguise.
Disguise? Even though she was a member of Chaldea's staff?
Let's see, imagine her profile is like a painting that's been thoroughly
Methodically?
Methodically.
Yeah, methodically.
I had it, my tongue just wasn't working. Methodically airbrushed to erase any trace of the original painter.
I will put the friend code up in a little bit, Roxas. Just give me a moment. Correct. There was not a single errant brushstroke, so to speak, to be found anywhere. Anyone who has lived an ordinary life will inevitably leave behind a bit of useless information about him or herself along the way. And yet, there was nothing of the sort to be found in Akuta Hinako's data. It was as though her entire life story was designed to pull the wool over someone's eyes.
You mean like a perfect alibi?
Precisely. That is just the sort of interjection I was looking for, my dear Watson.
I thought I was Watson.
You're both Watson to me.
Hey. So the fact that nothing in her personal information is strange also means nothing in it is real? Yep. There's basically nothing even remotely human about her entire background. And even that's not the only obviously suspicious thing we ran across.
The perfect alibi, evil boomer is most pleased. According to her profile, Mansbury Atmosphere brought her to Chaldea, supervised her aptitude test, and oversaw her periodic health exams and interviews personally. It seems every bit of data about her was submitted with his authorization codes, no one else's.
The first director? Just the fact he handled it all alone is one hell of a red flag for security.
Hang on, I'm just gonna... This in the meantime.
Easy for him to falsify any data he wanted considering his position.
Just gonna put that right there, just so people can see it without me removing the thing. There's the stream account's friend code for anyone who wants to add us on here.
Be that as it may, if Chaldea's original director was the one who manipulated her profile...
Yeah, if a guy that high up the food chain had something he wanted to keep secret about her, we're pretty much SOL. How did Akuta end up in Chaldea in the first place? Did she actually have enough race shift aptitude to be chosen for Team A? For that matter, who in the hell is she? Really, at this point, I don't know what to believe.
Indeed. Everything we thought we knew about Akuta Hinako's personal information is suspect at best.
So it wouldn't really be a stretch to imagine she might have a different goal from the rest of the cryptors.
Obviously not. Once more, this goal is evidently more important to her than protecting her lost belt or preserving her relationship with its king. One might think eliminating us would be her first priority, but as we've seen, even that is secondary compared to her concern for Zhang Yu, another figure about whom we know next to nothing.
It looks like that name only means anything to those of us from proper human history. In this lab spell, he appears to go by something else.
Yeah, they called him...
YG0.
Kwaji...
Well, a quick database search suggests that area has some significance to Zhang Yu. It's where his uncle Xiangnang started his revolt against the Qin Empire after the Emperor died. You could say it's where Xiang Yu began his career as a warrior.
Regardless of who Zhang Yu may be to this world, the fact remains that he belongs to this lost belt. So I cannot fathom why Akuta Hinako, who, though nothing else we know about her is certain, comes from proper human history, would care so deeply about him as to abandon her other goals.
That one's pretty straightforward. She must have fallen in love with him at first sight. The more foolish the woman, the more likely she is to chuck everything away just for such silly notions.
Careful, Gordy. You're gonna lose any goodwill you may have built up with your female staff.
Bah, the only woman here is Mash, and you borderline Lolita.
Fuck you.
I forgot about that line!
Well, I was certainly disappointed by what you said.
Wait, really?
Now, do try to stay on topic. We still have a mountain of problems that need solving.
Alright, we still need to talk to the people who are gonna be less than pleased about this.
Also, to those that join the Discord, welcome.
Yes, welcome.
Welcome to the Discord.
Even if it is only temporary, I can't believe I have to pretend to make nice with that emperor. Just the thought makes me sick.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah. Negotiate? Out of the question. That tactic plays right into the oppressor's hands. Do not be fooled, detective. They will tell you whatever the weak wish to hear and pressure you into swearing allegiance with only the pretense of your consented best. Given the urgency of Mr. Chervo and Gordov's condition, I'm afraid we have no alternative. At a minimum, I would like to maintain our truce with King Shi Huang until Koyanskaya is securely in our custody. If we could prolong it until Akuta Hinako is out of the picture, so much the better. Whatever her reasons for doing so may be, Akuta Hinako remains fiercely determined to eradicate us. So much so that she tried to assassinate Mr. Chervo in the dead of night against King Shi Huang's wishes.
Obviously, Akuta and Qin Shi Huang aren't exactly BFFs at the moment. But we can't be sure that will last, since there's still a lot we don't know about their relationship. There's every possibility she may yet convince Qin Shi Huang to take her side in all this.
What about defeating King Shi Huang and cutting down the Tree of Emptiness before music and master can fall victim to this accursed poison? Should that not be our first priority? Listen closely, Spartacus. At the moment, making an enemy out of all the Empire would lead only to disaster. Right now, Koyanskaya is a wild card who could wreak havoc no matter where she is or whose side she's on. If we don't have an antidote ready to go by the time we face off with King Shi Huang, it'll be over before it begins. All the Empire would have to do is kill Queen Skaya, and Mr. Chovo would be saddled with the poison's deleterious effects for the rest of his life.
Let's not forget that my own life would be tragically shortened.
Well, yes, that too. Ultimately, we need to destroy the Tree of Emptiness and erase this Lost Belt, and to do so, we will inevitably need to face and defeat King Shi Huang. So bear in mind that any amicable relations we appear to have now are a strictly temporary state of affairs.
So you want us to pretend to be friends until we can attack when the Emperor least suspects it, right? Yeah, it's fine how I used to ask Aggravate for advice with that sort of sneaky shit all the time.
You would. I refuse!
Hey, they don't call me the Knight of Treachery for anything. Damn.
Acquiescence is the first step to allegiance, and allegiance inevitably leads to subservience. My master must never side with oppression, but always rebel against it. He should rebel against pain, rebel against suffering, and ultimately triumph by rebelling against destiny itself! Against fate, even! Roll credits.
Get the goddamn stick out of your ass, would you? We're playing the long game here, lunkhead. The important part is that we get to destroy the Empire in the end. So why don't you just think of all the rebellion you're gonna get to do later as a prize for all the restraint you gotta show now? I mean, you love repressing your own shit, right?
Are you all truly willing to go along with this?
When I tried to assassinate the Emperor before, I lost the moment I focused on something other than killing itself. But I'm not the one leading the attack this time. I get that Chovo has his own way of fighting.
I know it's a lot to ask you guys.
Well, there's nothing I can do
Oh, sorry. Let me get the log out.
Well, there's nothing I can do if you're going to plead at me with that helpless look on your face. I mean, you're just now realizing how hopeless your chances are against Zhang Yu, right?
I'm getting it's getting stuffy in here with so many of us present. I think I'll step out for a bit of fresh air and maybe some void dust while I'm at it.
Huh? Holmes just winked at me, Senpai, and Jin-Kei. What's going on? What is it, Holmes?
Is there something else you wanted to talk to us about?
I thought it would be best if Spartacus were absent for this next part. I trust you to retain your cool, Miss Shin-Kei, but let me remind you to refrain from raising your voice. As long as we whisper, King Shi-Wong should be unable to hear us. I've mostly finished my analysis of the benefaction drug, and it's beyond anything I could have imagined. Its psychotropic effects are secondary at most. Its true purpose lies in boosting the immune system, or perhaps I should say, enhancing it to an unfathomable degree. And despite its potency, there are almost no negative side effects as long as one condition remains unmet. It is well beyond what modern medical science could achieve. In fact, I doubt even magecraft from proper human history would create a drug so effective. Hold on. It is something that could only be made here, in a lost belt where pharmaceuticals and biochemistry are entirely based on sage arts.
Now I see. So it's a mass-produced elixir.
And they just handed out something that amazing to every citizen during every major celebration?
Indeed, and as a result, illness and disease have been completely eradicated. I doubt any of these people have had so much as a cold since they were born.
Then it's an real, actual panacea.
Hold on. What's the condition that needs to go unmet for this to work?
Yes, that would be old age. Once a person's hormonal secretions have reached a certain level, this drug functions as a lethal anesthetic. I estimate it is at least several thousand times more potent than pentobarbital.
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 Or something like that. Hang on, wouldn't that mean...
Now I see. I thought it was strange that we hadn't seen
Oh, you cut out there, Jim.
a single elderly person here.
This is no unintended side effect. It's quite clear that the medicine was disguised to work this way.
Designed? Then it really is poisoning everyone who takes it. So when somebody's body secretes a certain amount of hormones, in other words, once their body has aged to a certain point, they just die?
Correct? From our perspective, distributing a drug like this is no better than mass murder. Still, a case can be made from a Buddhist perspective and how it views the four inevitabilities of human life, namely birth, aging, disease, and death. If one considered both old age and illness equally undesirable, one could say this medicine protects you from the pain of the former and the latter at once. I cannot say if every world, under any possible circumstances, would eventually arrive at these ethics of pharmaceutical science. But the wheat grown here has been extensively genetically modified into something extraordinary. Its resistance to disease, its yield, everything about it stands leagues above its natural counterpart in proper human history. With a crop like this, one could live their entire life without ever knowing hunger.
And if you never had to worry about food, you'd probably never think to take it from someone else.
There is no economy here, no division between rich and poor exists, and we all have seen for ourselves how ignorant they are about war and violence. It seems that life here is as far removed from the suffering that one might expect in our world as it is possible to imagine. And when their life has run its course, this drug puts them to sleep permanently, well before they can begin to feel the pain of old age. I dare say that, if nothing else, this world has done a frighteningly effective job at removing pain and suffering from people's lives.
But that's still...
That's no way for people to live. They're practically being kept as livestock. So this is how Kenshi Huang, how that dictator decides to solve humanity's suffering. Makes sense. No way a leader who abandoned their own humanity would in turn treat their subjects like people.
As far as making a decision between this lost belt and proper human history, Spartacus claimed that we should fight to determine which should be allowed to survive. If hearing that gave you pause, I would urge you to give the matter more thought, keeping what you now know about this benefaction in mind. In this world, the definition of a happy human life is exceedingly simple. Seeing as you will need to make this choice sooner or later, I think it is best I suspend my usual behavior in favor of a full disclosure. Allow me to share with you some speculation. Do keep in mind that it is not a deduction, but rather a bit of conjecture on my part.
Holmes?
This relates solely to one question, namely, why did the spirit origin graph fail to work with this lost belt's ley line?
You think it has something to do with this medicine?
That may not be directly related, but it does support my current hypothesis. Heroic spirits have always been one side of Alea, mankind's collective unconscious. They are defined foremost by their purpose, protecting humanity. While there may be many different methods and conditions involved in summoning servants, the one thing they have all in common, without exception, is responding to the summoner's prayer. However, if there is not a single person in the world who had the empathetic need to pray for something, and if such a world had flourished unabated for hundreds of years...
Right. Then it wouldn't be at all surprising if that world lost its connection to the Throne of Heroes entirely. For that matter, there wouldn't even be any heroic spirits in that world, just like there aren't any here. After all, every hero who might be needed to fight someday, like Qin Nine Yu, is still alive.
So, this lost boat is a world that has no need for heroic spirits at all?
Can you imagine a person wishing fervently for anything in a world free from hunger, pain, and suffering, Miss Gearlight? I know I certainly can't. Indeed, it only makes sense that servants would never appear in a world where no one wishes for anything. Hey, Dr. Bob. Doing good.
Doing
Hey,
pretty
Dr.
good.
Bob.
Thanks for telling us this, Holmes. Whatever doubts I might have had are gone now. I will do everything in my power to take Qinshi Huang down and put an end to this disgusting regime. As long as I get there in the end, I don't care how far out of our way we have to go. So right now, let's focus on curing Chova. Now that I know where I'm going, I can't wait as long as it takes.
Thank you, Jinkei. Progress report?
Rena, go ahead.
We should finish a complete scan of the vehicle's interior by morning.
Good. Be careful not to overlook anything. Remember, the future of the Empire rests on your shoulders.
Yes, ma'am.
I'll go see how things are outside. The Shadow Border. The product of a world entirely different from ours, huh? Because the moon does not know how to drink, my shadow merely follows the movement of my body. The moon has brought the shadow to keep me company a while. The practice of mirth should keep pace with the spring. What's that, young man? Oh, it's called a poem. A guy called LB3 I wrote it a long time ago. Who taught you that? Well...
Oh boy, here we go.
Damn it, kid.
We see Kinlong Yu's investigation is running smoothly. It feels good to have so much data moving among our circuits. You think you will be able to analyze that otherworldly device, Your Imperial Majesty? Who do you think we are? This holy vessel's full calculation capabilities can easily handle a single vehicle. Or so we thought. This is amazing. How could they fit so much functionality into these dimensions? It's hard to believe what we are seeing.
Forgive the intrusion, Your Imperial Majesty, but there's something you should know.
What's this about?
The children in this village are reciting poems.
You're kidding.
When I asked them about it, they say they learned it from Chaldea.
We see. Then Chaldea are Confucians.
Yes, Your Imperial Majesty. This is undoubtedly the work of Confucianism. And just like that, our life here got 10 times harder.
Seems like it.
God. Dang it, Jinkei.
Damn it, Jinkei.
I mean, you're cool on everything, but did you oh, also I need to check out the friend request. I got 3 here.
Jeez.
Oh, there's Cloud Frog.
Oh, we finally got cloud frogs.
Let me take a quick look. Just to kind of peek at it. Hey!
Oh, I see you. Roxas, you are a man person of my culture, I see. I will gladly accept that friend request.
Cloud Frog, there you go. Let's see. Not bad. Not bad at all.
I question the Medusa Lancer on Conchuros, but that's fine. Mainly because I've never seen her full art before. I mean, just seeing a couple CEs, but that's fine.
Yeah, I remember Rosa saying they're still pretty new, so I'm not gonna...
Understandable.
It's understandable.
It's just like, huh.
Didn't they
Alright.
start like 2 weeks ago?
Something like, they said like 2 weeks ago or something like that. Let me take a look at something. Just seeing how we are with because we are kind of running low on space. I'm just seeing like if anyone's been
If anyone's not been logging in.
Yeah, well, there was a few people, but I'll give it some more time.
Hmm.
Anyway, I don't believe you did, Roxas. For the record, if as you probably saw from the stream, the name of the account is Chovo. Just kind of in case anyone was asking or was wondering about that. In the meantime, let's go ahead and move on to this part. Is there a foreigner I can just bring around real fast? Oh.
Do you want me to put out my bean? I think she's already out there.
I don't know if I don't think I saw you on here.
It's okay, you never do.
There's like 70 other people.
I know
it was that he just
it was
skipped you.
It's why it was a joke.
I know it was a joke, but it gets so. Let's. Yeah, sorry about that. We can bring Cloud Frog's Hokusai. Well, there's actually 2 Hokusais. Cool.
Jim, my god.
What?
Sorry. Go back to the support tab real quick, White.
What's up? Oh.
My god, Jim.
Jim, why? Why? Why do you do these things? Why do you torment me like this?
Why didn't you put your Heracles up?
I was just laughing at the NP5 fashion list.
You know, why not? Actually, I was gonna go with the story one, wasn't I? Actually, this team seems like it'll be fine. Yeah, this'll work. With Kama's name on it? Ah, Rose, you're saving it for Kama. Ooh.
I think a lot of people are saving for Kama.
As are we.
Emergency. Emergency. Spartacus is no longer with us.
Sorry, Jim, I skipped over you. What?
What? That's not all. A number of villagers have gone missing as well. The ones who remained said they saw Spartacus leading villagers toward the capital.
God damn it.
What?
I think it gets explained later down the work. We'll find out pretty shortly, actually, why he doesn't really care for poems.
If the Emperor sees that, he'll think we're leading a rebellion. What is wrong with that muscle-bound moron? How could he do this?
Hey, Zerkers ain't much for thinking or planning. Sparty's just being true to himself. Hell, he couldn't change who he is even if he wanted to.
Do something, Chovo. Didn't your records mention him obeying that Roman? If he can listen to her, he can listen to you.
That was between Nero and Spartacus, not me.
Yeah.
What's with that knowing look?
You had to be there, Gordy. Oh, wait.
Are those command spells of yours just fancy tattoos? Go on and use one of them already, you fool.
Actually, yes, these are fancy tattoos, because my current command spells are just kind of out of use. This may be the moment of truth, Mr. Chovo. Forming a contract with an unruly berserker inevitably means using command spells to keep them in check. You may not care for that idea, but it is something you will need to come to terms with sooner or later. I feel called out, Holmes.
He's good at doing that, especially to this account of all things. Which, to clarify for the new people, this account rarely, if at all, uses the command spells.
It's because White is stubborn.
I am a very stubborn person. All right.
Doesn't even cover it.
That reminds me. I need to add that point reward, because I still think that's not a bad idea, actually. It is frankly miraculous that you've come so far without ever having to force your servants to obey. I would like nothing more than to respect your wishes, but I'm afraid that, well...
Hold up.
Mordred?
You're not gonna make Sparty toe line just by forcing him to stop with command spell. All I do is just root him in place. So please, Master, whatever you do, don't use a command spell on him. If you do, he might end up forgetting his whole reason for leaving the throne to come here and help.
Oh,
Can you let me handle him? I'm sure I can convince him to stop.
How might that be?
How you think? By beating the ever-living shit out of him. You see, it's his legs and stuff that keep him going. So if those are telling him to fight, he's not gonna stop for anything. So if we just hit him so hard as his knees give out, then he'll get you through that his thick skull or knees that the battle's over.
Are you quite certain that would be better than a command spell?
Yep. I'll give you the Mordred guarantee.
I confess that even I cannot see the logic here. What do you think, Mr. Chervo? This is ultimately your decision to make.
It would keep in mind that we don't use a command spell.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, I knew you'd understand, Master.
I'll go with you. I think I may be partly to blame for the villagers' decision to join him.
Are you sure, Miss Jinkei? Wouldn't you rather be there leading the way with him?
Truthfully, yes. I honestly kind of envy him for getting to materialize as Berserker.
Hi, Nujo. Doing good. Just kind of doing Lost Boat 3 stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Because he can throw caution to the wind and do whatever he feels like in a given moment.
No, because even though he's a Berserker, he's got such a good master. As a heroic spirit myself, I can't help but feel a little jealous of that.
Asia, hold down the fort. The border is our lifeline here, so make sure you don't let anything happen to it.
Oh yeah, that would be Mush doing the foe's voice for the record, or the foe cries.
Yeah.
What do you want?
Bleh.
Getting tongue-tied, are we?
Compliment. Bleh. But thank you for the compliment. I tried my best. Leave it to me. I await your return. Okay, everyone. Let's go bring Spartacus and the villagers back.
Alright.
Rice! Go get him, Knight, to no character development.
I mean, to be fair, Mordred's character in this one is kind of underplayed.
Lackluster.
Yeah.
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 Who was from Ray again?
That would be me. Hey, Spartacus, are you sure about this? I thought we weren't supposed to leave our village's fields.
Yes, I am sure. No system, no ethics, no laws can ever stop one from walking about freely. One's path always lies ahead of wherever your own 2 feet take you.
I don't know. We were taught that Heavenly Emperor Trademark gave us those fields as a gift of love.
If the authorities wish to call their oppression love, then it is only right to return their love in the form of rebellion!
I don't think I understand.
No matter. You will come to understand as we continue our walk. Now, to the oppressor's capital!
The capital where Heavenly Emperor Trademark lives, huh? Couldn't think of it. I heard it's got something called art.
Moths are oppression.
Art. Is that anything like those poems Jinka's been sharing with us?
I want to hear lots more poems. And I want to see what the capital is like, too.
All said. Then let us be on our way, singing songs of liberation all the while.
Oh, no. Hey, sorry, I'm just imagining freaking Spartacus teaching the villagers the song from Les Mis.
Which one?
Do you hear the people sing?
Oh my god, he would sing that.
What?
That's his theme song in the sauce build, isn't it?
Yes.
Oh no!
Except he wouldn't say people, he'd say oppressors. Do you?
You hear the oppressors sing!
Singing a song of angry men. Hold it. Did you really think we were gonna let you do this, you freaking dumbass?
Don't you think it was a touch rude to just wander off without so much as a goodbye?
If it is the antidote for Chovo that concerns you, rest assured I will bring it back after seeing those responsible brought to justice. If you doubt I'm doing the right thing, then merely sit and await my return. I must give this King Shi Huang oppressor the firm embrace he deserves. I already know the Emperor Xingyang. All that remains now is to continue onward until I reach this great oppressor.
Spartacus, just stop.
Stop.
Get some help. I can understand why you have doubts, Master Chovo. After all, you have yet to attain real strength for yourself. All the more reason why I must go, to show by example what true justice is. As such, I will not hesitate to crush anything that stands in my way with true, rebellious love!
Yep, I knew it. He ain't gonna listen to a word we say. Yep, time for my genius plan.
Go ahead, Kingdom Hearts boy. You can.
If he won't listen to reason, we'll just have to beat into him. Come on, Spartacus, let's you and me hash things out.
Spartacus just wants to give King a big hug. He's like, give me a hug! No, you know what it is?
It's the one from Hellsing Ultimate.
Yes, I was just about to say that! It's that one scene from Hellsing Episode 2.
Stop!
It's like, summon your demons! Fight me! Give me a hug!
Really?
Oh god, no! I'm the sauce boss, and tonight we're gonna eat this wannabe demigod bit.
Who might that be? Oh, that's Alucard, the one we were talking about earlier. So about those funds.
What funds? Just shut up and take our money!
God. Oh, Bridge is so good.
It really is.
You busted my 70-inch!
Plasma green TV with Netflix.
So, what can I help you with?
I love that bridge so much.
Oh, just...
The only problem is he's not blonde, so he's not a blonde demigod wannabe bitch.
I mean, we could make him blonde.
Actually, wasn't he was blonde. I thought...
No, he's not. Oh, well, there goes Izo.
Goodbye, Izo.
And Casco's gonna follow suit in a second, I think. Yikes. Okay.
Alright, Jim, I've been going through your account.
Uh-oh.
And a lot of thinking.
Izo indeed.
So in terms of single targets and AoE, there are a couple classes where you have...
Oh, that's all the buffs.
Most of your
Nice.
classes you have one.
He's a floating piece of machinery. Yeah, he is.
Regarding your saber, actually, how many resources do you have right now? Can you level like one person, or are you thinking just in general for like a goal?
One person.
Okay.
He can be blonde if he wants to.
Skill out.
Which bill? I have all three of them.
Caster.
Okay.
Because your highest level ones are support.
Yeah, Dr. Bob, I was one of those people, and I hated it every step of the way.
Kind of wondering, like, is Gil going to be enough, or are you going to need... Or are you going to need more, like, caster DPSs?
Wait, he has guts, doesn't he?
I
No.
was trying for Caster Nero. Because she is honestly one of the best casters I can hope for right
No,
now.
I can just pop this, just to be on the safe side. Because I feel like because I know he has a guts with a charge.
Of the ones that you have, I think Shiva
Like I had like some stars.
might be good because Nita Chris with her instant death doesn't really have much besides that, so it's not very helpful in fights. Shiva has
No, he didn't use it.
a charisma, she has
Oh, Plan B.
You're Invincible, and she has the Wisdom of the Demon God, which is a Buster and Arts card up for all allies and 10 crit stars, and her NP is Arts. She's single target though.
Conchiro, even with the leveled Avenger, the Demon Pillar is the most annoying piece of shit in existence. I can confirm.
Yeah, that one gave us a lot of crap here too.
I don't have an Avenger.
I had to borrow a Jolter along with my Salieri and my Dantes, and I still had issues with it.
Has radiance at MP3 level 1 best dog.
Good doggo.
Yeah, Shiba would be my recommendation for your casters if you were to raise somebody. Just thinking about some of the fights in your current future, it may be helpful for you to just have somebody that can punch things to death instead of just an AoE that does little damage. If it's one person and it does just little damage to multiple things, if it's multiple people. My other recommendation might be for you to level Raiko as an AoE Berserker, because both of your leveled ones are single target.
Alright, any other recommendations? Or just those two?
If you were to focus on things just in general, and you were only to level 1, yeah, I would probably say one of those two, and again, I might emphasize Caster just with future fights. I can't really say much about that because spoilers, but future fights. Otherwise, like, another one that you could consider would be Gil for your AoE Archer. You do have Squirtle at 50, but you don't have an AoE. And I'm not counting Kid Gil at his, like, what, 20? I can't get out of the picture, hang on.
Something like that.
Nah, 17, my bad.
Alright.
At least he's leveled.
Let's go ahead and use some
And also,
apples.
honestly, Jim, I can also recommend Archer Gil because I also have him and he's been very nice to my account.
Not a lot resists his NP, is kind of my thing with him. He can shred.
If I need, I do know that there are some people on my friends list that have, like, level 90, 100, 10, 10, 10 kills. Some, a couple of them are even at, like, MP5.
You can have your own, and then borrow a Merlin, and then use the hero creation to really get him to shred. And because he's an archer, he has the star, like, he has star weight. So the hero creation's gonna hurt a hell of a lot more. But yeah, if you were to focus, I'd probably say Caster. Or investing in whoever you have right now. Which is probably gonna be maybe getting that Tamamo up so that she can really... I think she can get her last skill.
Start the arts looping.
Just as a support, like as a healer, because you don't really have healing.
That is fair.
I'm trying to think of who else to bring along here. Frick it, we'll bring Chloe.
I would level Iris Veil up for healing, but that was early on in my account. So she's only at NP1, and she only, like, I cannot ascend her
There is... There you are.
Which is fine, because, like, it'd be like that some days. I don't know, I'm just thinking about
Alright.
certain portions of your future that may require you to...
Which number is this account rolling for? I honestly would not mind Summer Musashi, because she looks like she'd be a really good companion piece with like a lot of our art servants we currently have. We have Tamamo and Castrogil, so that'd be really good. Lancer Melt especially would be great too. There's also Sclapius. Oh yeah, Sclapius is a pretty good sport too.
Alternatively, you can stick your embers into the second archive and save for if there's somebody that you really, really want that's coming out.
Yeah. I do that every once. I do that like on my main account just to kind of make sure I have some extras to spare. Anyway.
Mordred, I thought you said you were going to make his knees give out or some such.
Yeah, what of it?
His knees aren't giving out at all. If anything, hitting him's only getting him more fired up. Honestly, it's kind of creeping me out. Now what?
I know, so much fun, right? He's got will to fight out the wazoo.
Ugh, I knew it. You're actually a berserker too, aren't you?
Ah, what a thrill! This adversity, this pain! I can feel indomitable strength welling up within me!
You can do it, Spartacus.
Why are Spartacus and the others arguing again?
Beats me.
Wow.
If this keeps up, you won't last much longer, Master.
It's all doom and gloom, but I'm still glad these two are enjoying themselves. It's like...
Yeah. Mordred doesn't really get a chance to enjoy herself.
Please be careful, Master. You already got a 38 degrees Celsius fever.
That sounds not right.
Stop. Stop! This is no time for fighting. We have an emergency.
Major?
And Foe, what are you two doing here?
What's going on? You're supposed to be keeping watch. Kin Liangyu betrayed us. She stole the border. Holmes told me to keep this thing safe.
Your origin graph? And they really did take the border.
What the hell? You just let them waltz in and steal our home base? How could you let this happen?
Stop it, Mordred. Naja wanted to stay and fight just as much as you would have. But Holmes decided it was more important to make sure the Spirit Origin Craft stayed with Chovo.
Indeed. I imagine the enemy must have used the Shadow Border itself as a shield. A common tactic of oppressors to respond to rebellion is destroying what the rebels wish to protect.
The hell you're being so calm for? I thought you were all worked up.
Fortunately, we can't use the Spirit Origin Graph by itself in this Lost Belt. Without the land's ley lines responding, there just isn't enough electricity to power it.
I'm afraid not. Losing the border really is a tremendous blow. Even Da Vinci's tricks had to be performed inside it to work.
Hey! Hey, Julius Caesar, can you hear me?
God damn it.
We can. This entire land is our garden. No noise or tumult within escapes our notice.
I thought we had a deal.
Indeed we did. And we were a god. Our word would be absolute. However, we are not a god, but human, and the ruler of this land. It is only natural that we would value our nation over a bargain. Thus, now that we know you are a threat to our people, we have no compunctions about taking your shadow border and wiping all of you out.
A threat? What do you mean? Did we do something to the villagers?
We see. So you are either oblivious or unconstrained. Then you lot truly are disciples of Confucius. Ah, now I get it. 2,200 years later, and you still haven't changed a bit. No, if anything, you've gotten worse.
What do you mean, Jinkei?
Qin Huang's mad that I went around teaching people to read and write. That's why we're getting slapped with the Confucian label.
Confucians?
Confucianism is all about 20 is all about 5 virtues: justice, courtesy, wisdom, knowledge, and benevolence. It extols poetry, manners, and entertainment. And Qin Shi Huang, tyrant that the emperor is, hates everything about it.
Good night, Roxas.
Good night,
Have a
Roxas.
good night.
Roxas.
I do enjoy your Gil. Gil's gonna pair up nicely with my Robin. And my other Gil.
Our people live their lives in blissful ignorance. You and your Confucianism have led them astray. Confucianism is a malignant disease, and you its epicenter. We must cut you out like a tumor, lest you spread further.
Are you truly so terrified of your citizens gaining knowledge, tyrants?
Knowledge leads to doubt. Once people are trapped by such delusions, they inevitably begin comparing themselves with others, and resent the world itself. Without such wicked individual egotism, this world can be paradise everlasting. It is through ignorance that our people live their lives in peace and health.
Hi, Zeke.
Hello, Zeke.
And you arrogant Confucians would normally go about ruining that.
So what, you want to keep people from learning anything so it's easier to rule them? Why should we give two shits about that?
Confucians run rampant in your world. How long has it ever remained peaceful? Humans who gain knowledge inevitably come to believe they are better than everyone else, which leads only to war, and all that creates is grief and sorrow. That is why such worlds cry out in such agony as to create a counterforce in the form of heroic spirits. We shiver just imagining such a hell. Do you disagree? Go then. Tell us how your world is so wonderful the way people from all walks of life can share in the mutual bonds of misery. We suppose we could have tricked you out of your shadow border, though through more cunning means, but our disgust got the better of us. We must obliterate you and ensure that no trace is left behind.
Zeke, thank you for the follow. Oh. You.
Chong Yu.
Exactly.
Kaiji Zero, we have new orders for you. Destroy every last one of the Confucians. As you wish. Hey, Chovo? Should I apologize to you for taking pity on these people?
You should apologize for being very careless about this, but in this situation, yeah.
Everybody gangsta till the horse starts jumping.
Right. I'm getting
The
flashbacks.
best move, but it wasn't wrong either.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna correct this. It wasn't the best move.
Right. That's exactly the path we've made for ourselves. We own up to our mistakes and do our best to make them right. That means we can compromise, even forgive each other.
So where does Kuchi Zero come from? Are we talking like where did he come from in the situation? I imagine he probably just either ran here stupidly fast, or in my head, I just imagine him teleporting behind us, just getting ready to just slap us with all 6 of his swords.
Oh my emotion.
Shinderu.
And that is the one thing this world will never ever have.
We're not quite at the point where it gets really bad, but it's gonna get pretty bad soon.
I think we might have just found White's Astolfo.
No, 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 no. This is basically Gwen 2.0 for me.
It was joke.
I know.
There.
I don't want to do that. I don't want to face this man, this horse, whatever he is.
Zhang Yu teleports behind you.
Nothing personnel, kid. I really do not want to fight this thing. Eh.
There. It's gonna
Alright,
be
where
okay.
is... You know what, I'm just gonna go ahead and just pop crits here. Oh, there are more Horse Buster crits to come. Oh, lovely! Well, we've got 2 MPs ready to go with his name on it. I hate you so much.
Break him.
That's the idea.
I think this fight is you have to break his bar. That's what I mean.
Well, I was gonna do one or the other regardless, but sure.
Hey, Rena, I know you love these questions.
No.
Would you guys stop doing this to Rena, please?
So I'll ask Jim instead. Jim, 1 or 2?
Yes.
See why I don't ask anyone else?
You never ask me about it.
White, 1 or 2?
Yes.
God fuck!
What did you expect me to do?
Don't be a dick about it.
Oh god, Raiko's gonna die in a second, isn't she?
I'm just disappointed.
I'm just gonna focus down Zhang Yu. I'm not even gonna bother with the puppet soldiers.
As soon as he said you didn't ask me about it, you should have expected that.
No, Dr. Bob, I'm asking for reasons, 1 or 2.
2.
Oh, there goes Raiko.
Sorry, I'm working on a small project and I was trying to decide for one thing. So
Oh,
2 works
no.
perfectly.
Oh,
It's not.
shit. What have I done?
It's nothing bad. I'll show it off after stream, actually.
This is I love this hand. Present for your creation. I'm waiting for a better hand. I'm hoping that Okita will get a good enough like setup to like actually just, or he could just pop evade. That works too. I hate this man. I hate this man so much.
God damn it. This run is going terribly. I can't get arts cards.
Oh no.
Well, I'm getting arts cards consistently, but it's never 3, it's only 2.
Ugh.
That works.
Thus the curse continues.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah, that's why I'm not targeting the puppet soldiers as much because as long as he only gets 1 action, he's nowhere near as bad. Also, I'm pretty sure this is gonna kill him. Or at least break the bar. Oh, yeah. Yep, that's a broken bar.
The bunga.
Yeah, that was only a taste of what we're about to deal with next. Alright, what are we dealing with here? Alright.
How much NP gauge does Hokusai's first skill?
30% at max level, I think.
At level 1.
Level 20, I'm pretty sure.
Damn.
I'll look it up.
I need to think about this. I need to think about this one. First of all, I gotta get you out of the way.
Yeah, it starts at 20, goes to 30.
Okay.
No, I can't do.
Well, regardless, they're all dead. God damn it! Why must you use guts, Spartacus?
Actually, let me.
Oh well, if you don't die to Hokusai, you're dying to Ivan.
Oh
Right,
no!
Squirrel, you come out.
So yeah,
Bring
he's
you
gonna
along.
get painted and then electrocuted.
I'm gonna change. I'm gonna change the sport in a second. I thought about bringing Merlin, but then I realized, wait, no, that's not gonna work. Tomomo, there you are.
Well, considering
Need something else to deal with the
Well, how about a summer BB?
It always works.
The
Yeah.
rest of the Sakura faces.
Don't you mean
Oh,
all the
boy.
gym faces?
I mean, Merlin would be nice. I mean, Merlin is good for the hard defense, but he has. But I know for a fact that this four-legged freaking nature has Invul and Pierce in his kit somewhere.
Okay. So,
Which is not great.
1, I don't think he does.
In this fight? I know, no, he has in his base kit, so I'd imagine he has it somewhere in here.
Wait, he does?
Yes, he's got Invul and Pierce on an AoE Berserker NP!
Oh, it's his 3rd skill.
Yep. Believe me, I remember this.
It doesn't have that skill on the guide.
Not in this fight.
It has 2 skills listed, and it's not any one of the break skills.
Okay, then.
So my question is, how quickly do you want to get through the first 2 waves before you get to the disaster at the end?
Oh, there's 2 waves for. Oh, God. Removal. My last go I at them. Remove Invul and stun. That is true. BB could actually just could shut down like his and could like shut down his evade. But we don't ever fully. That reminds me. Let me go do this real quick because I wanted to do this when D2 was here because I figured he would appreciate this.
Have more friends.
Yeah, I'll check that in a second. Where is she? There you are.
Oh boy!
Ascension.
もうこれ以上変化はないって分かってるのにこんなに素材を使ってくれたんですね。私が言うのもなんですけどマスターさんちょっと人が良すぎです。あんなにいじめたのに
Yeah, see, Zeke, there's one problem with that. Xiangyu's got mental debuff immunity, which means we can't charm or stun him. She can still do damage to him with her NP, but we can't charm.
He's pig immune. God
Yeah.
damn it.
Although I believe, technically speaking, you can stun him with I believe, technically speaking, you can stun him with Petrify. Because Petrify, I believe, is tagged as a physical debuff, not mental.
Well, I mean, considering it literally stuns them.
Yeah. Stuns work, charms don't. Yeah, I know they did it because Uriel exists, and I hate that so much.
NP down is an effective way from keeping him NPing.
Would an Abby be worth bringing along for this?
Well,
Because
Abby's really good.
I believe you have to kill both.
yeah, I know you have to beat both of them at the end. I remember that. When you see the ending, when you see the third wave, you're gonna realize is kind of bull.
So, because Xiangyu is the bigger threat of the two, how fast can you get through him before you move on to Lanling?
Well, here's the problem. I remember there's a gimmick with this where once you break his bar, there's a thing that's like, hey, you have to target this other person now for a couple turns and kill them first.
Yeah. It's his first break bar, and it's 3 turns, and increases his defense, which is fun.
D2's
Wait.
offering double X.
Double X. I would not mind a double X for this.
Anti-saber and fuck the Zerker.
That is true.
It says apply taunt 3 turns to Lanling and increase his defense 60% 3 turns unremovable. It does not say unremovable to the taunt. Of course, this could just be wording and that I'm applying my linguistic skills wrong.
Bringing you. Do you want to start in charge or
Start in charge or fuck you on the NP.
you're gonna have to be specific on that latter option there, because
For Zeke, Lanling does not have a taunt on his invincible. It's just an invincible, but
Black
it
Gri-
also increases ally attack. Ally, quote unquote.
So here's the thing. I actually have a Gil in my main, and I tried comboing it with Merlin to see if that would work. It didn't quite go as well as I had hoped. Paying a summer level 51 royal icing. Would Black Girl be better for this? Or no. No, I'm not taking chances. Go with the painting summer for this. Black Grill.
Chances.
Black Grill would be nice if we had a way to like keep her health up. Well, we have Tamamo for that, I guess, but I don't know if she can live long enough to she'll be able to live long enough for this. Because the first 2 waves are all riders, if I'm not mistaken. So that's a
You
problem.
could have her in the back line with the plug suit.
That's true.
Keep her alive for it.
All right, let's. So you thinking I should just like plug suit like Tamamo into the fight in the third wave?
Uh-huh.
I was gonna say. Well,
I mean,
you
your
use
first
Merlin,
2
but that's a support Merlin.
Your first 2 waves are going to be riders.
Yeah. I think I'm just gonna put her in the back. I'm also gonna do some. Let me think. Let me think. How do I want to?
Feel you haven't invested heavily enough in Gil. True. I want to invest more heavily in my Gil, but waiver exists.
Who's a good frontliner for this?
Something that can deal with the riders, so
Probably either. I was gonna say Okita, but at the same time, we're already bringing 2 5-stars as it is.
The first 2 waves aren't that big, honestly.
They're
like,
not.
The first wave is like 11,000. Yeah, like
I think I'm gonna. I think Izo will be a decent pick for this. And what do I want to give him as a craft essence just for this? You know what? Since we're gonna put him in the back line, I'll give him Grudge Match.
Rena, you said caster of Midrash, correct?
Just as like a way to get something out of him if he does end up like being a last man standing.
Do you have anything to deal with assassins?
Oh
Not
boy.
really.
This is gonna be messy.
Do you have art support?
It'd be funny if you brought Golem.
I have Waver and Tamamo, but I do need to level up Tamamo some more.
If I had like a good poster girl, that would be nice. If I could, if I had that for VC Braun, but
So I'm gonna level up Tamamo some more, get her to a final ascension, and then dump the rest of it into Midrash.
I don't care about getting the boss quickly. I just want to build up charge as quickly as I can, then get ready to nuke them as I need to. Oh yeah, I need to bring the plug suit too. There we go.
I mean, she's kind of my recommendation. Just looking at the tier list and looking at her skill set, she can buff, like, she's a good support, and if she is single
We'll try this team as our first go around, just to see where that gets us.
I'm like iffy
Fair enough.
on Cersei.
Man, this thing's seriously tough. Our attacks aren't even phasing him. Oh, strange. His strength is not due to hardware differences.
Aha! Now I see what's going on. He's reading our moves before we make them.
Hell, not even my old man's intuition is this much of a pain in the ass.
I'm sure. This is no ordinary skill of reading one's opponents. It's closer to precognition. I calculate that your destruction is inevitable. Resign yourselves, barbarians.
Bullshit. If you could really see the future. You know there's no way in hell we ever give up without a fight.
Indeed. That is why I predict you will soon face further hardships.
What now?
Allow me to assist you, Lord Zhongyu.
Prince of Longling. Akuta, you're here too?
This time, Mash and Chovo, I will kill you both!
Oh? Here we thought you would be sulking. Yet it seems you have come to serve us once again, Akuta Hinako.
Now that you understand the threat Chaldea poses, Your Imperial Majesty, I'm happy to follow your wishes.
Ah, now we see. You are determined not to let Zhongyu fight alone. How inconsiderate of us. Very well, have at it. But be warned, there is little time left. Do not bother killing them. All you need to do is hobble them.
Yes, good point. Understood.
Ah, shit. These guys working together again is the last thing we need.
And we can't afford to take our time with them, or we'll never catch up to the Shadow Border.
This fight.
Deep breath. You got this.
You got this, White. We believe in you.
I am not looking forward to this fight and future endeavors with this singularity, but either way. Just gonna go ahead and get some March chains going. Alright.
You know what? Toast.
Do you?
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, I didn't eat much today.
Brenna.
Like, a small plate of rice and chili.
Rana.
Rena.
Don't make me come over there.
Awake for most of the day either.
Don't make me come over there.
I like
He
woke up
will
in
make
time
the
to be-
toast.
I woke up in time to be late for my lecture, showed up to pass late, and then passed out after, and then woke up at like 7.
That's kind of weird that she hasn't had a proper story appearance yet, the OG Saber. I think I'm gonna go ahead and just do...
Well, it doesn't look like I'll have any XP left.
Yeah, I'll do like this. There.
But you can get that far.
No, Izo, it's a puppet. They can't laugh at you. Crap. Taking a lot of pot shots. And...
Right, Zeke?
yeah.
I mean, also to be fair, I stayed up and I finished my midterm at like 7 AM this morning.
I did not get the option to pass out today, and I kind of wish I did. Work sucked.
Oh no.
Give us a chance to kind of heal up first.
If my comment to you, Rena, and in the general chat was any indication of my day.
Oh dear.
There you go.
Yeah, Momo, I ran out of all XP, and Momo's final level is 73.
Oh boy, here we go.
What'd you start off at?
Like 50 something.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, thank you for the advice there. I'm gonna take it to heart. First things first. Get back over here, Tamamo. Please.
She was 52.
Alright, I see a double X chain right there. Do I just go ahead and nuke on you?
Yeah.
Of course, that's a dumb question. Of course we're gonna nuke him.
Get his ass.
I'm gonna go ahead and just do that. Just to get the extra MP strength. Not popping that right away. This is a defense up, right? You know what? No, I'm gonna need the defense. Alright, double X. Skill 2 might have been useful. Ah, shoot. It also... The problem with double X's skill 2 is that it also lowers her star weights for some reason. Which is not great. Are you kidding me? Please tell me that. Okay, okay. I was very disappointed for a second there. And here comes the big annoyance of this whole thing. An unremovable taunt!
Oh.
And he gets invincible. Of course he frickin' does.
Rad, the bracketing was wrong.
Lovely. And we can't hit him with the NP. Shoot.
Well,
I mean, alternatively, we could use these arts cards, just get rid of the invincibility, just like hit him with the Vivian. Yeah, she does have Invuln Pierce, but she only has one card in the hand right now.
how long is it?
3. Well, we can't. Well, we have no choice but to target him, so we don't have a choice.
So, if you use if you use her to hit him once, that'll get rid of one, and then
Alternatively, we could build Tamamo's NP right now.
we could.
I think I might do that, actually. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna charge Tamamo's NP. Yeah. Ow! Alright. Okay. Should I pop the intuition just for the extra crit star? Yeah, I'm gonna pop the crit stars. Quick cards? Or the bus, or should I throw the Buster card in the mix?
I personally would go quick, but that's because I feel like I could get her.
Okay, how about I put the Buster at the end?
D2 says Buster.
I'll go Buster at the end. How about that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll do that. Yeah, taunt walls will be nice here, but that's enough damage here. And there goes Tam already. Ugh. This is problematic. And Mash, dear, please.
Honey.
Could you not? Could you freaking not? No, I'm just gonna pop this just because. Just go Buster. Ah, come on. And, you know, I'm just gonna do that. Just so I can have someone, like, take away some aggression.
Jung-yu.
He is one of the Chaldea boys' servants. I think he's closer to the end.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Let me take... Let's see.
And there's an attack down. That's just great. Well, Artoria's basically dead regardless.
Ooh.
That's a 5-turn attack down. Great.
Oh, shit.
I have a stun. I have the stun still, but I don't know if it's gonna... Should we... Okay, here's the thing. We have the option to just double NP with the battery here if we want to, and just go all in on Zhang-Yu just because. At the same time, I don't know if it's worth it. Time to NP AA the Zerker. Also, there's the problem of this NP could just drain. If Squirtle's going to die, just NP. Yeah. Although I do know that she could alternatively drain it, and if that happens, we'd end up wasting MHX's invuln. That's the problem.
Chat saying do it.
All right. Wait, should I go NP Brave Chain or NP with the MHX's arts cards?
I would say build MHX.
MHX. All right, let's see what we got. It didn't get the NP drain off. Of course it freaking didn't.
Oh, shit.
Well,
Shit.
here's seeing this NP, by the way. Yeah, that's a loss right there. We're not winning this now.
So what you're saying is not Chloe Solo.
No. No, it's not.
Also, you're correct. He is on Chaldea Boys. He is after.
I mean, we could try. We could give it a shot, see where it gets us. I kind of doubt we'll get anywhere with it, but we can give it a shot. Can Chloe NP? No, she's not high enough level for it. Although we could get this arts chain and see if we can get like some NPs going. We could do that. Yeah, I know. I need to deal with Zhang Yu. You know what? Let's give it a shot. And kinda want to pop in a because I feel like he's gonna just charge us any second now. You know, I'm just gonna try and see the stun if it works. Yeah. Longing's going to MP regardless of what I do anyway. There's really no getting around that. Oh, she actually guarded the drop down.
Hey, good job, Chloe.
That was kind of useful.
Good job, Chloe.
Well, well, it probably would have learned last time, Rice. Unfortunately, we're just kind of stuck with this now. I don't think that. No, it didn't break. Did a good chunk of damage though. And someone's dying this turn. And
You got enough quick cards there?
no, actually, I don't think we have enough. Could use more, actually. I'd like a bit more.
Hello, Nightwing.
Hi, Nightwing.
Oh, hello.
We
Welcome.
are struggling.
Welcome to the part. Welcome to the reason I did not want to deal with this lost belt.
You're fine. Deep breath.
Of course he's got damage cut now. Of course he freaking does.
Oh. I didn't realize he popped an evade on him. Regardless, big damage coming from Izo.
Maybe. Well, if Chloe wasn't hogging all the stars.
Again.
What she does, because she's an archer.
I know, but still. Would have liked to have some of those for myself, thanks. No, it's worth. I need to build up Chloe's more. If I'm even gonna, if I'm even like entertaining the idea of continuing this run, I need to charge Chloe's NP more. How long does this last? Damage cut's almost gone. He's got another damage cut though. You know what? I'm popping this for the crit. And got no recognition. Yeah, Izo just kind of did that. And honestly, yeah. Good job, Izo.
You did.
And there goes Izo.
Really cool.
That's, well, there goes, well, that's a dead run right there. Unless, hold on. I don't think she's gonna do enough damage, but nope, not even close. Close, actually, but not enough. And we're dead.
Dead.
It was a good run.
Yeah, for how messy, like, for tanking an NP from him, like, that late in the early in the fight, we somehow lasted a lot longer than I thought we would.
Yeah.
Alright.
This is 9-3.
Yeah, this is 9-3. If the Buster and Art's a crit, we might have actually pulled through. But we didn't, so that's unfortunate.
To answer your question, Zeke, we do not.
We do
Yeah, not in this account, unfortunately. We do not have a waiver here. I don't think Chloe is still kind of a few levels off, though, I don't think. Yeah, she is. If we're gonna bring her along, I'm actually gonna go ahead and just... I think this could work. Go ahead and pump her levels a bit more. We borrowed a...
MH XX, right?
Yeah, XX, right. Just go ahead and pump the numbers a bit more. If we're gonna bring her along again for this fight, I'm just gonna go ahead and just make sure she's at her top condition.
I'm sure she appreciates it.
Uh-huh.
Haha. Haha.
I mean, her stats definitely going up a lot higher than I expected.
Crits really do help.
Raise survey to at least 4. Yeah, let's see. How are we doing on skill gems? I know we're kind of hurting on archer gems. Ray, thank you for the follow. Summer BB help.
What's Summer BB help? The drain would be nice, it's just that we need to keep her going. And the thing about her third skill is that if somebody dies...
We actually have slightly more than enough to get her level 3. Cricket. Summer BB would do well here, but they can't... No, we don't have a Buster-centric team to work with, a lot of Buster-centric supports to work with, so yeah, Summer BB wouldn't be the most useful in this situation.
So basically what you're saying is, I'm good to go for this fight, kind of.
You can try.
Well, I'll have to get
That's
there
all
first.
we can do.
I'm still at the first Jungyu fight.
There. Well, okay, we do have Scotty.
We do have Scotty, but we have a Scotty and Altera, which would be a good combo, but I don't know if they would last long enough to...
Are we doing the mini event?
Yes, we are. We're fully caught up with it currently, so we'll continue along with it whenever it updates and whenever we stream again. We have Altera.
Rice did say this account is saving for Kama. However, am patiently waiting.
We have Scotty and Santa Altera, so we have a plan B.
Yeah.
Now, let me think. If we can keep okay, so I'm not taking chances next time. We're gonna go ahead and just make sure we survive, like, the first MP. We need to survive that, so... Where is...
If you're gonna borrow XX again, use Chloe in the Vanguard.
In the Vanguard? In the front? I mean? Yeah, actually...
Pretty reliant on Squirtle.
Well... Kind of. Place Ezo? Yeah, he did decently well enough, but he was just kind of there. What would I replace him with, though? Because I want someone to deal with the the riders up in the front. We don't really have a team to deal with them immediately. Who would be a good one to bring along for this?
A Berserker, maybe?
Yeah, I was thinking maybe if we had like an arts-based berserker or something.
We do have an arts-based Berserker, but...
Why Anastasia? We do have an artist work. We have Nightingale, but
We don't have. They aren't assassins. They're riders.
yeah.
Yeah,
The puppets are
riders.
riders.
Yeah, that's the reason I brought Izo along, just because the only person that we have to deal with those are our alter egos, and once we get the third wave, they're just kind of sitting there doing not much of anything because freaking what's his face is there, Lon Ling. I mean, Passion Lip, we could do that. She's defensive and she can tank a couple. She can like tank the hits for us at the very end, so we can just like sack her at the end to just do that. Now here's my question. Do we want to, if we're doing it that way, first of all, let me get rid of that. I'm actually going to give you also Camleon. And I'm actually going to ditch this for now. I'm going to go back to Old Faithful for this.
Old Faithful.
Well, that's what it is for me. It's Old Faithful. It always works for me.
No judgment.
She's 1/1/1, but all I need her to do is just taunt on the third wave and we'll be fine.
Yeah. Not to mention, she is also MP3, so if she does survive to use her MP, she'll still hit like a truck.
Relatively speaking. Chloe being the anchor, I think, is fine. For now. Anyway, let's try again. So is Luba level in this account? Working on it. I would say which one, but then I remembered, wait, there's only one Lubu.
Because, yes, hello, I am Lubu.
This is gonna make building up charge at the start a bit awkward, though. Because Gorilla deck with 2 art servants.
Right.
Well, one of the easiest ways is Arch Chains.
Yeah, that's true. You know what? Well, it's my default Mystic Co whenever I need to use it for anything. Like it's my default response to bringing a Mystic Co. And it's I need to deal with this wave. Here, just throw freaking Atlas uniform at it and call it a day. All I do is being Atlas. I am Atlas itself. Apparently.
I didn't know you
Shion would take offense to that.
I didn't know you could play this game while holding the world above your head.
Yeah, they're literally just hitting Passion Lip, who's the only one with the defense boost, which is really annoying.
Yeah, because she's the threat.
Mind? Do you mind? I got both the MPs ready.
This explains the misclicks.
Well, we got 3 MPs ready to go.
That we do. Just start off straight off with a fucking NP chain.
Might not be the worst idea, but at the same time, let me think. Because what is her... Okay. Okay, first of all, I need to pop this just to kind of make sure they target her immediately. So here's what I'm thinking. We pop Passion Lips NP, let her tank the hits from these guys. Tamama will come in, we can buff one of these two, and then NP off of that.
Sounds fair.
D2 has a thought.
Delay.
If I run downstairs and get toast, will you be okay?
Yeah, I think I have a good plan for this. Although, I might pop Peach Fighters for extra, just for some extra damage.
What's double X's overcharge?
Extra damage against Saber class servants.
Okay.
Which would be nice on Long Lang. So anyway, I'm gonna pop this just for Passion to just do some extra damage.
I'll be right back.
Yeah. I'm just gonna focus the damage on Zhang Yu. I know I could potentially break the bar right now, but I don't know. That was a crit right there. Tactical body. There we go.
Those crits did more damage than her NP.
Yeah, they did. Alright. Actually get that some use out of that. There's an arch chain right there. Not a bad idea, actually. Even though I just gave the arts buff to Artoria there. Shoot.
I'd say use Artoria on Zhang Yu.
He has the invuln still.
That's why I said use it on Zhang Yu, not Lan Ling.
Oh, I thought you said Long Link. My bad. I misheard you.
And then get the overcharge for double X.
Well, it's not gonna. If I attack and break bar with the first one, it'll just go. It'll just keep attacking Zhang Yu.
Well, regardless, the overcharge for double X is going to mean more damage on Lan Ling.
No, wait. If I do the first NP on Zhang Yu, the second NP from MHXX is going to go to Zhang Yu as well.
That's why I'm saying use her face cards.
What? Oh, you mean the art?
Yeah, the arts.
I misheard. I'm sorry, I misheard you. I misinterpreted what you were saying. My bad.
It's fine. Yeah, because double X does have the invuln pierce.
Yeah, because she has that on her third skill. If we can get the overcharge, that would be 200%.
She's gotta break the bar. Like at 200% charge.
And there's the taunt, defense up. He wasted the evade, which is actually nice. All right, well, it's gonna waste the good gauge, but that's fine. I wish. Okay, that does make me feel a little bit better, honestly. Actually, no, this. Yeah. Well, we get the attack boost from that, so maybe it would have been better if I did that first.
Let's see how much damage this is gonna do.
I'm not sure. A good chunk, but half his bar. That's... You know what? For dealing with this invuln without having to waste turns, that's not bad. Also, Artori's about to die, I think. Yep. There goes Squirtle.
It's okay, we've got a mash.
That makes me feel so much better right now.
Especially if you look at the crits.
Yeah, that makes me feel so much better about my life right now.
So I personally would say use the 70% mash crit last. Go for the Buster Chain.
I guess. Well, it's gonna... I'm just gonna...
Buster up, so it will probably break the bar.
No, his defense up is really freaking high, though. I'm fully expecting him to just not take enough damage from this at all.
Or, of course, Mash could just crit.
I mean, even still, it did, what was that, 11,000 damage? It's not bad.
Not bad. Star scale? Probably should have done that. Just gonna build up. Gauge. I think this will be enough deal to, like, break the first bar. We're gonna lose some of the gauge regardless, because this freaking gimmick. Or he's just gonna barely have... You make me angry, Longling!
You make me very angry, Longling.
You make me very angry.
You make us anger.
You know what? I'm just gonna go for the crit stars. Screw this.
Yeah, because, like, how many quick cards do you have in the deck?
Not a lot.
4 at most.
I can cleanse the attack down at least. So that's not a big deal. There's a Chloe chain right there.
Yeah, it's a Chloe chain.
Okay, I'm gonna pop the...
Did
First
Red
of all-
Hair just invading that White's home?
I think... You know what? He might have. Who knows?
Yes, hello, I am Lubu.
Lubu, get out of my room! I'm not in the mood for horses right now.
But I smell carrots. Do you have carrots?
No, I don't have carrots. I have M&Ms.
Are those carrots?
I have an orange one. You can pretend it's one. Here.
What?
I have a bunch of orange and green ones I can just give you real quick.
Halloween. Ooh. What is this Halloween?
I'm just gonna pop this too.
Hey, Lubu. I think there was someone on the raid up for a summoning that looked like a carrot. He's not
I'm just gonna
there
give Chloe the
anymore,
guarantee
but,
crits.
he was there.
And... Yeah, no, I'm just gonna go for the
Let's see
guarantee
what his next
crits.
raid up is.
Chloe, should I pop the rainbow buff now, or should I just wait for the NP? I can everyone survive this turn. That is true. I could have Tamama just survive this turn if I want.
Yeah, it was
Unless
a few days ago, so that's
unless
okay.
Zhang Yu decides to be a dick and use his freaking invuln pierce. Which I am fully expecting him to at this point. You know what, frick, I'm gonna keep everybody alive. Give her the star gen.
God, that is a tiny command seal. Jesus Christ.
It's just a little dot.
Should I go for the rainbow buff?
Give her the star gen from her charge steal, and you want Tamamo to survive.
Yeah, I am making her survive this. Color buff or no? I feel like I'm kind of feeling the color buff, but at the same time.
Color buff.
I kind of want to keep Chloe's NP in my back pocket in case he pops Foresight again. Yeah, I'm gonna just go for the raw damage. Going for raw damage.
Get him, Chloe!
Hey, Chloe, he wants to kill Ilya.
Sick him. Okay, good. He didn't pop the invuln pierce. Like, I guess he doesn't have it here. Good.
Hey, that got Chloe some overcharge.
And we have an arts. We have the arts boost from Tamamo if we want it. Should I go with an arts chain with Chloe and MHX on Zhongyu?
Say that is looking pretty tempting.
We didn't get a lot of stars from that. Well, we got 30 stars, but it's not enough for a full hand of like crits there. I'm tempted to give Chloe the Fox's Wedding here, just to get the NP damage increase.
That would help at least break the next bar.
It would do some damage to his bar at least. I'd use double X NP. With her... No, she gets charged from her third skill.
Double X NP Buster Arts.
You know what? Sure, we'll go with that. Let's try this.
Chloe's NP can deal a lot better with Long Ling.
Yeah, assuming she doesn't get crit to death by Zhang Yu, that's the problem. Every single servant aside from Foreigner here is like on a timer right now as to whether or not they're gonna live or not. Okay, there's his bar basically, that's good. That's a lot of charge.
That's a lot of charge.
That's not a lot of stars from that, but that's fine. Adjusting correction. Tactical body. Oh, there's Tamamo. I was kind of hoping for the NP damage buff. Shoot. Now we got a real problem.
Heads up, you could end up getting spooked by Achilles because I rolled on the first day of the event, got Rainbow Archer, and it wasn't Gramps, it was Arjuna, who's on Raid Up later. I would honestly not be opposed to Arjuna either.
No, because here's the thing. If we get him low enough, I guarantee you, if we pop our NP right now, it's not going to matter because he's going to use Foresight. It's going to happen. I guarantee it's going to happen.
Do you think, Arts Chain with the 60% double X would be enough to kill Long Ling?
NP, with the NP?
Yeah.
I don't think so, because Chloe had trouble doing that enough damage before. I don't think she's going to be able to do enough now.
I was going to say, do keep in mind that he did have the defense buff.
And he does it now.
Start Arts Chaining? I'd use her NP anyway. I could pop by... Okay, real quick. I could pop by as a Megin on MHXX to get the extra stars again. Because I can get that right now if I want to. But that would also cut MHXX's, like, star weight, which is might not be the best idea. You know what? We'll do it like this.
On Long Ling?
No.
We could get him... I think he can take Long Ling out of the fight.
No, Mush, you don't understand. Like, Mush, I do not want to give Zhang Yu 3 moves per in this whole fight. It's not a good idea.
Oh, that's... Yeah, you're right.
Because the reason, like, he's only doing 2 moves is because Long Ling is here to eat up like, another move. If Long Ling dies, he gets 3 free moves to work with, which is not a good idea.
Okay, then yeah, go for Zhang Yu.
So we're just gonna Arch Chain it on him. See what that gets us. Chloe needs more charge. Ah! I keep getting these messages like 2 seconds too late! Ah! Stream delay, for God's sake! And, okay, you didn't use Foresight.
On the bright side, we have double X.
Yeah, I do.
Oh my god. Why you went full goofy there.
Yeah! Okay, alright. I see a brave chain with MHX. We are gonna gun it for this man.
Yeah.
Now the question is, Eyes of Medjed to secure her safety?
I'm thinking that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking Isometric to secure, like, MH-XX's safety in this, because I know Chloe's not going to live much longer, and I think XX can win the face race.
Yeah.
Plus, it's extra damage, because the Invulnerable gives us an attack boost. I'm also going to pop this too, just because. Not a lot, but we'll do that.
Get him, Double X!
Well, gosh, man, I don't really like that. I still have the arts up too, so this should give me enough damage to break through Jean Yu. Yeah, that should be more than enough. Okay, yeah, that was more than enough. Okay, now we gotta just beat Longling in a face race. Which I don't know if we can.
Well, we have both Chloe and Double X.
Well, they're also gonna get slapped with a debuff. He's also gonna get buffed as well. Which is not good. Yep, there goes Chloe.
There goes Chloe.
We might be in trouble. No, I'm not. As tempted as I am to pop that right now, I'm not going to. I can't. See...
I'd say go 2 arts and a buster.
Welcome back, Cloud.
Welcome back, Cloud.
Welcome back, Cloud Frog.
I don't know if we can survive a turn with this man. I don't know if we can. If we can somehow get enough charge...
Don't do the 10%. Don't do the 10%.
Why?
There's a 30% right there. On an art, the other art.
I was gonna use both of them. I was gonna say...
Buster arts. Okay. Or arts quick arts.
Arts quick arts would get us more NP gauge. The Buster arts would get us more damage.
I'd say damage.
Do we want to challenge him to a face race?
I would say NP gauge. If we can get her MP off, we should be good.
Holy shit, I just looked at our viewer count.
Alright.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Can you get to 100%? I don't know. That might be better for damage. I'm making a call. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. If we... there's a problem here. If we get enough gauge... Because we're in a situation where he could pop his invuln at any time, which is why I'm keeping the invuln pierce like in my pocket just in case he does that. If he does that at any point and we have enough gauge, we win.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is we need to get enough gauge from our own as well as some attacks from him without him killing us. So I'm gonna try it. That's nowhere near enough. Unless... The
crits! We living!
We have to go in for all in for damage.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is gonna be enough though, because that defense buff is really obnoxious. Double X, I'm gonna need you to crit these 2 Buster cards here really badly right now!
I'll try. Prepare to be defeated, Prince of Longming. You are a danger to society.
Come on! Oh my god! Yes! 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 She crit anyway! Yes!
Was that a crit on like a 10%?
Praise be the Phoenix! Oh my god.
Praise the Phoenix. Shit. He has a brilliant mind.
He was cheering us on from the side, like all cheerleader style, like just cheering us on the whole way. We actually pulled off. We did it. And that's not even the worst of it.
Please, for the love of all that is holy, somebody clip that shit.
Oh, no. I'm highlighting this at the end of this. You realize that.
Space Cop impales Bishi Boy. More news at 10.
Right? Also, D2, thank you for putting MHXX on there.
Hurry, get as far away as you can while Kawaji Zero keeps the enemy busy.
Yes, ma'am.
I must say, it's humiliating to find our hands so firmly tied.
Well, what can we do? Advanced as it might be, the Shadow Board is still basically a car with a bunch of tires. We can't stop them from towing it.
I suppose we should be content with the fact that Nezha was able to escape. It's fortunate for us that they are apparently completely ignorant of the Spirit Origin's graph's importance.
Whatever you might be up to, don't bother. Try anything funny and I'll cut you down where you stand.
And here I thought you were a proud warrior. I'm disappointed to see you resorting to underhanded deception and skullduggery.
Say what you want, Confucian. Your words are nothing more than wind to me. Now that I know you're Confucians, I also know better than to trust anything that comes out of your mouth.
We're not
Confucians. I don't know what you call it in your world, but here, anyone who tries to enlighten our people is a Confucian.
Oh, come on now.
What good could there possibly be in giving people knowledge? Making them read books that only confuse, deceive, and delude, causing them to lose sight of what is meant to be? You do the devil's work. You rebels should be ashamed of yourselves, spouting ideals you don't really believe, agitating people merely to further your own ambitions. I can't stand people like you. We, don't have any ambitions like that, though. We just shared some things we knew while we were making conversation. Then you did it on a lark? That's even worse. You have no idea what will happen to the people you've tainted with your Confucianism.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Enough. It is time. All of you leave at once.
But we still have yet to kill the Chaldeans.
We will not punish you for your incompetence in failing to kill them. You need merely wait for your next opportunity. Now go, or you will be caught up in it.
Let's go, Prince of Lanling. You too, Lord Xiangyu.
Very well.
As you wish.
What the hell? Why'd they all run off like that?
I don't like this. The oppressor is up to something.
Viewing communications? There is little time left. I wonder.
There's only one reason for the Emperor to order retreat now. King Shi Huang is about to unleash an indiscriminate attack. I bet it'll wipe out the entire area. Very good. Since you have figured out this much, we shall tell you what is about to happen. We have just released a payload from our Great Wall and altered its trajectory. It will strike your location in approximately 3 minutes.
To imagine that Shin is like in the middle of all this is just busy on Discord.
Are you freaking nuts, you overgrown tin can? You really kill your own people just to get to us?
Do not think so much of yourselves. You have it quite backward. We only ordered our soldiers to cripple you in order that you might also be caught in the blast radius as an added bonus of sorts.
Then you did this explicitly to destroy this village?
It is what must be done to rid our land of Confucianism. Now that enlightenment has begun to spread among the people here, we are left with no choice but to nip it in the bud.
Accursed tyrant! Have you so little regard for the lives of your own citizens?
Silence. This land is our flesh. Its people are our blood. You could never understand the pain of such an action causes us. But now that it has been infected with Confucianism, we have no choice but to carve out this piece of our flesh before the poison spreads.
So this is Qin Shi Huang.
Flee if you wish, but it is too late for the people of this village. Once you have turned tail and fled, be our guest to turn back and witness the destruction of your Confucianism has wrought.
Damn it, this bastard's crazier than I thought. I never expected murdering the Empire's own citizens to be more important than killing us.
Oh boy.
Dun, 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 dun. There it is now. It's so massive. When it hits, I don't think anything will be left of this area. What's that?
Ah, an evil star! Most glorious and majestic heavenly emperor trademark, must be furious!
So the rumors about stars falling on villages that reject the Emperor's blessing were true.
This can't be happening. Why would Heavenly Emperor trademark be so furious? What is wrong with us to recite poems? Was it wrong for us to try to go to the capital?
No! None of you did anything wrong. You followed your dreams in search of freedom, as anyone would. I see. Now I understand. So this is why I was summoned to this land. It was all so that I could strike back against this great oppression!
Spartacus?
Trovo, you have yet to become an oppressor. Now is the time for you to demonstrate your authority.
What do you want me to do?
Use a command spell on me. Use it and say only one word. Jump.
Now I get it, crying warmonger.
I'm sorry. What did you just say?
We normally have no way to defend against or destroy something as utterly destructive as a meteor strike. But Spartacus's noble phantasm changes to match what he's up against. The more powerful the attack, the stronger his resulting counterattack will be. If he can do that in the air before the meteor has a chance to strike, he might just be able to destroy it before it hits the ground.
Well, wait a goddamn minute. Are you suggesting he fly up there and let that thing hit him?
Spartacus can't fly, jump good. Good. Not to worry. Such tremendous adversity is perfect for showing off the strength of my rebellion.
You can't. That'll completely annihilate your spirit origin.
We won't know until I've tried. Regardless, there's no time to debate the matter. We don't have long before the wicked star arrives.
Senpai! By my command spell.
I feel it! I can feel the power of our bond flowing within me!
You really jumped?
That's no ordinary leap. He's being propelled by a truly massive eruption of magical energy.
Now is the time for my legs to rebel against gravity! Humans, open your eyes and turn your gaze upwards! This leap is the very pinnacle of liberation! It is the irrational act that will triumph over this adversity! The wings of freedom! If this star means to oppress the sky itself, then I too shall become a star! A rebellious morning star that lights the world below!
He really did take that on. No! Damn it, why he crashed right into it? He had deflected it or something so he wouldn't get hurt.
No, he was prepared for this. For his noble phantasm to be at its most powerful, he would need to be at its most gravely injured. Spartacus, you mad lad.
Wonderful! This pain is honor! This pain is life! I can feel my love about to explode! War cry overload! This can't be right! Where did these people get a surface-to-air weapon?
No, they have no such weapon. This must be the work of one of their heroic spirits. Remember, this sight will haunt you. This is the true face of our army's new enemy.
Ah!
Incredible. The entire mass is completely evaporating. He really fucking did it. But where is he now?
There, I can see him falling back down.
That big fucking dumbass.
I like to imagine that the entire time he's falling down, he just has a massive thumbs up. Oh, hello, rebellious knight. Did you catch me on those twiggy arms of yours?
Cut the crap. All the people you stirred up like a jackass were watching, you know. Can't just smash face first to the ground, luckhead. You're supposed to at least land on your feet. Hell, you shouldn't be falling at all. You're supposed to land properly no matter what. That's just what you gotta do, alright?
These wounds are...
I'm afraid Spartacus' spirit origin isn't going to last much longer.
Your words cut deep, Knight of Camelot. I should expect as much from the manliest man of the Knights of the Round Table.
Somewhere off in the distance, you see Gawain just sobbing. Who you calling a man? Ain't freaking fair saying shit like this all the time. You're all beat to hell, nowhere left for me to even punch you.
Go ahead. I'm sure your punch would feel most pleasant.
Are you gonna die, Spartacus?
Of course not. Spartacus will never truly die. Not as long as you keep the light of rebellion alive within your hearts. That is all I ask, my friends.
Goodbye, Spartacus.
Spartacus. I can't believe he did all that to save us.
I'm not gonna cry. Listen. Spartacus, he never stopped smiling, no matter how much he hurt.
Kid.
I'm gonna get strong enough I can smile through anything too. So I can be somebody else's Spartacus one day. So as long as I and whoever comes after me keep smiling, Spartacus will always live on. Now I guess this is real rebellion. Something is wrong with the spirit origin graph. It's hot. Very hot.
It takes a spark to light a blaze.
But don't tell me it's broken!
No, it's not that. It's reacting to the ley line.
What? But I thought that didn't work in this Lost Belt.
That's it. There's prayer here now. Hope has finally blossomed in these people's hearts, connecting this world to the throne of heroes.
Yes, this land is no longer cut off from the throne of heroes.
The heroic spirits have heard the wishes of people lacking their own voice and are about to pay them a visit.
Oh shit.
Oh, here we go.
More friends.
Oh, hi there!
Oh, hello there.
Hello there. Did we
General
ever...
Kenobi.
Did we ever sort out who actually
Hang on.
has...
I'm
I
looking
think
up.
this
I'm
was
looking.
you?
Yes. White, can I make a formal request?
What?
Because of that last comment. Go
I-
full Obi-Wan on this man.
I don't know if I can really do that justice, though. It's been a long time since I've actually heard his voice! This air seems familiar, and I think I recognize these far-off mountains as well. It would seem we've been invited to our homeland, although something seems off. I don't see a single sign of war anywhere, nor do I see anyone resembling a master. I suppose this means we've gone rogue, so to speak.
Pity. I was kind of looking forward to that whole spiel you get to do when you first meet your master.
Well now, where do I even begin? Why do you look like that?
What do you mean? How else would Lubu Fengjian look?
I'm sorry, what?
What other heroic spirit could possibly be fit to be summoned alongside the great Chen Gong than Lubu, the Flying General?
But you're obviously red hair.
Lubu is a man among men, and red hair a horse among horses. Everyone knows we were inseparable during our adventures. I am what they call an innocent monster.
Oh look, a carrot!
I am a carrot? Where?
I knew it. You are red hair.
Nonsense. I'm Lubu.
And so it begins.
Yep.
Tenth in
Yes,
the corner.
Lord.
Carrot where?
Okay.
Ooh, a carrot. Ooh, a carrot. Ooh, a carrot. Ooh, a carrot.
Oopie.
Okay.
Oopie skinny.
Okay. We have like... No. No, not really.
Oh dear.
Okay. So, we got like 13 minutes left. I don't know if we really have time to do anything else that really... I mean, I feel like it's a good like place to stop for the night,
Probably.
honestly.
That was funny.
Oh
You
my
know,
god.
honestly, that voice works for Shen Gong. Why does it work for Shen Gong?
Hello there.
I know that.
General Kenobi.
He made great fodder for his for Chen Gong's NP. Dr. Bob. You grill red hair.
Relating to the comment about him being the cheerleader, do you guys remember the scene from Aladdin with Robin Williams being the cheerleader? I imagine Gordolph doing that.
He's
Alright.
doing a fantastic job keeping his health up while he's slowly dying of poison.
Long may he's our man. If he can't do it, great!
Well, he's on right now, so I guess that will work. You know what? Let's go ahead and do it. I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys a quick raid before we go and call it a night. So for now, we're gonna go ahead and call the stream a stream, and I'm gonna go ahead and leave you guys on a raid. So thank you guys for joining us for tonight's stream. Thank you all for just this really productive stream overall.
This was a very productive stream. Holy shit.
Incredibly and really well productive. And I'll be seeing you guys next time on Thursday, same time as today, for more of the Spider's Web event and more Lost Boat 3. Hopefully with a little less Horseman, probably, but knowing Lost Boat 3, we're gonna be seeing more Horseman.
Let's mecha horseman.
Less Mecha
And more
Horseman.
actual horseman.
Anyway, you guys enjoy the raid, and we'll see you guys later. Have fun, everybody. Peace out.
See you tomorrow for community night.
Yeah, peace out, guys.
Bye.